All right, everyone. Welcome in to Valhalla Esports Season 6, Week 3. With me
Okay, so
tonight
this
is
is
Fbot and Eli Wood. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Good evening.
doing fantastic.
Have a
Excellent.
little free time for once.
Yeah, well, happy to have Eli back in the booth. We'll see how long. May have to kick him out. But
Yeah, true. We'll see.
Listen, he's not in Twitch chat. I mean, it's going to be better. We're all right.
Yeah, that's the code. I mean, what?
All right, tonight we have Stoners Nation and Goat Kings. Stoner Nation making a change here on their side. I believe they're right. They picked up Rise at Dusk.
Okay.
So I'm trying
Yep,
to
he's definitely a veteran in this league. So probably a pretty good pickup. I don't know what the teams looked like beforehand, but definitely trust him in that ADC role.
Whoa, and they might know. That's crazy.
I think there's a lot of names actually on here that you know. Maybe
Yeah, probably.
two that might be new: McFascio or MC Fascio.
I kind
And
of played some scrims with him a little bit.
okay, so you're familiar. And then Reminus,
Oh,
potentially new.
he's been in the league
he's
before.
old.
He has. Okay.
Yeah, it's been in a couple seasons, I think. I don't know. I
Sure.
think he was there last season.
Okay.
Yep, that change also being made there. Well, actually, Critter was newly picked up for Goat Kings. I know we haven't seen him
Okay.
yet.
Nice. And we know Critter will literally go anywhere and play anything. So we see him in the mid roll today. So
Yep.
we'll have to see what kind of fun stuff he decides to draft.
Malphite mid flashbacks, question mark?
But yeah, Goat Kings trying to figure out their the roster. They bounce around a lot of different roles, trying to figure out the proper balance for their team. They obviously like who they have. Let me fix this chat box real quick. Boosted Sandwich is asking who's casting. The casters are Eli Wood and Evbot.
Hell yeah.
Just for boosted, you know.
Just for boosted.
Cow captain, my captain.
Yep.
Yeah, we have two veteran teams. I believe both teams have been around since season one. Goat Kings may be a different version of the name, but still the same team. And then obviously Stoner Nation is exactly the kind of shenanigans we expect.
Shenanigans. Gotta love it.
Yep. Absolutely gotta love it. But yeah, so these are the teams we have tonight. I don't see that they're in draft just yet. We keep talking about them a little bit.
Sure.
We are looking to bring back the Seer. If everybody's interested. Again, just been a little undermanned.
Sure. Yeah, I think that would help introduce some of these teams. Like I said, we've had quite a few switches, some new teams in the league. So this year would be really great to bring back and kind of get everyone acquainted with the teams as they get the roster swaps. And it looks like we may be getting into the draft already. It's looking good. ASOL band over for Stoners Nation. I have to pull up the teams next to me just so I know who's in each role because I'm not as familiar with them right now.
And I think
This is definitely week
Flats
3.
redacted, of course.
Of course. That makes sense. I would definitely go see some respect bands probably from each side. Zerath coming out probably for Critter, I'm assuming.
I think
Not sure. Beard will play anything with support. We've known that. The Silas support goes crazy, so
is that a jungle ban or does Cop play enough? I feel like that's a jungle
the
ban.
Gwen? Yeah, it's a really weird red side first round ban, right? Like you'd say, oh, okay, you're gonna just first pick the Gwen, which Gwen has a lot of bad matchups, but kind of scales and everything. So maybe that's just a copped ban, yeah.
Seraphine, the classic
That's a
ban against
for sure.
Beard, yeah.
For sure. And Wukong, okay.
Wukong.
Oh, we're gonna yeah, the insta-lock blue side Malphite first for Stoner's Nation goes crazy.
It does in fact go crazy.
Yeah, we saw
that's
so
that
funny.
They banned out Gwen.
Did we?
Yeah, we saw that last week. They very much like to play around it.
Okay.
They can always flex this as well, but at some point, you have to now draft around this Malphite. You can't go 280 heavy, and at some point, he just has a go button.
And the Silas, and we know that's a flex pick too. So obviously Silas is honestly one of the better counter picks in the Malphite top. So probably flexing top. Boy, and I missed out who their top winner is again.
Callie is the top laner for Goat Kings right
Right.
now. But that could be for
But
Critter. That could be, as KB's
we
calling
know
out.
Beard will play at
That is
support.
Beard's pick as
So
well.
Misfortunes, solid.
Yeah. I was gonna say the Gwen pick or Gwen ban feels bad because then they just pick Malphite. Gwen Town.
Right. It makes sense if they were the ones who banned it, but they didn't. So it is weird that I don't know if they really prepped too much for this that they
Oh yeah,
actually banned the Gwen.
Lissandra support most likely. Beard Classic, right?
I think both of those are flex, right?
Oh,
Nope, locking in
yeah.
the Braum. Okay,
Oh yeah, I
so
think
we know
it's
the Silas is not
Dead.
support anymore. So Beard's not gonna
That's
go
true.
into that.
They could have done that. I would actually like to see that. They kept it really flexy. Would have been really interesting. But
Especially against an immobile ADC like a Jhin, but J4 getting the ban out.
don't get your hopes up, Oleg. Only for the night.
And I don't know if we've called it out so far, but Rumble and I believe Mel are both banned, correct? We can't play Mel so far, and then Rumble is bug banned.
God, new
Uh,
champions. I always hate them.
yeah, I believe she's going to be banned for the next 2 weeks. I think that's usually what we do. And then Rumble, we've been looking at the bug. The bug is crazy, so it makes sense that he's currently banned as well. So
Yeah. I think the Warwick band's probably a top band because Warwick top's kind of annoying as heck. I'm assuming maybe the jungle.
he's just pretty strong overall. I don't know if
He is.
you said you haven't played in the last month or so, but
I've
they
watched a little bit, but it's about it.
they made some pretty significant changes to his attack speed on this W, where it kind of refreshes a little bit better. It makes attacking stuff feel better, where you're not just to have this like downtime where you don't have the attack speed. You can easily switch back and forth to camps, which is nice. So it's actually pretty good for jungle, but then obviously he's just very impressive in the top lane. So.
Yeah, I saw that they had hot fix him.
They
At one
did, yeah.
point.
He was quite strong. They kind of made it out that like we're just gonna like kind of bug fix him, not even really a buff, and then he like spiked 5% win rate, and they're like, okay, well, might have been an issue.
Yeah. Crazy
Maokai coming out
combo
for
here
Goat
still.
Kings.
Yep. That is
Probably
a
jungle,
Valhalla
right?
classic.
And it's MV jungle, right? I
shoot.
believe he played the Maokai quite a bit in the
It's
jungle
in
I think
role, at
V
least.
Malphite makes
jungle
most
and
sense.
Yeah,
attack alley top lane, so he might be
Pack
comfortable
alley.
top as well on Maokai.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sure.
Maokai top is actually so annoying and frustrating.
And I think Tack is he's a very strong weak side top laner, so we expect him to be on some of these tank picks more than the Silas. So we actually might see the Silas go mid then for Critter. We'll see what they want to pick up for this last pick. But the Lee Sin, we've seen that at least week 1 once. For I believe Sable played that. It's definitely a tough pick to execute on, but it's very rewarding if you can get it down.
Yes. I always feel like Lee Sin is like one of those things that's just like could run the game or could run it down.
Right. Yeah, and I like the Vi response to this. It's weird that we actually saved jungle for 4 or B5 and R5. I feel like you don't see that very often.
Yeah, I feel like I usually see like solo laner advantage, but I guess since the top laners are generally more weak siders, because it's what Cop and who else? Tack Alley, you said?
Yeah.
And we're just putting them on tanks. I don't really think we have any like people who play strong or abusive styles of play, at least in this game. I guess it makes a little bit more sense, but I even still would save my. I guess it's kind of hard because they're already shifting their bans toward mid lane. You saw like Redacted getting the Vlad banned out, the classic, and then the 2-hit and possibly 3-hit with the Asol,
Yeah.
Seraph, and Seraphine towards mid. So I guess I kind of wanted to get it out early, and because of the early Malphite rotation, I guess it makes it a little bit easier. But like makes sense, like with the draft, but it's still kind of funky. I don't know if it's necessarily the best way to go about it. I feel very rusty looking at like comps and stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think like let's be honest, that top line is just going to be a what noodle fight. Like, there's not much going on there.
I think I
It
prefer
is.
good things comp right now.
Do I? I think really for me, looking at these, it just depends on how that mid lane goes. I feel like the Silas matchup is decent into the Vigar, but he does need to get ahead early. So we'll have to see how Critter ends up playing out that matchup. If he can get a couple kills or even like a good roam off and pick up a couple kills, it can really snowball
Yeah.
quickly. Especially when he has access to some
If he Malphite, like that Malphite art is terrifying to me. Like
right.
he can like literally dive through both sides of the Vigar wall and get on your carries super easily. And then the thing
Exactly.
is, Maokai has that setup where they can set up that, and then
Hmm.
Silas can just jump in, and then MF can R from a distance. And like they just have a lot of like they can one shot like important targets. And I feel like if Vigar dies, and if Lee Sin isn't able to play to like a high enough level of like kicking, like getting good kicks or getting good engages, it's kind of hard for me to see how Stoner's Nation is going to operate, at least in my opinion. I mean, like
Yeah.
Malphite's like not bad into obviously like the rest of the team, but I feel like your team's going to be dead or like MFR is pretty long and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm definitely more favoring towards Go Kings comp. It's a little bit easier for a Go button at least.
Yeah, definitely. It depends just like the timing with Silas taking Malphite, because obviously if Malphite R is available to Silas, he wants to be taking it every single time. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then the Go Kings also just has the Vial. They have the Maokai all, and to layer over everything, you have the Misfortune all, right? So it does. They have a lot of options. I think having more options in this type of environment is just overall going to be better versus like you said, like Stone Nation just like is Malphite out? Great, we fight. If it's not up, then great, we don't fight. Like that's kind of where they are sitting right now. So
Yeah.
um,
These teams are gonna live and die by how early we get vision set up for dragons if we get there first. Because then they can like play around that with the Jin W, with the poke, with the Vigar cage. Like how early are we going to be to objectives and warding it, and then contesting that vision is going to be like really important because I feel like the first person who gets the vision down and is able to take priority over the objective automatically has an advantage because especially with Maokai, how big his R is and stuff like that, you can just like pick off a person and then just win a fight because you have Maokai plus Vi. You don't even need to use all your go buttons, and you can just
yeah,
one shot somebody.
and that really makes me worried for the Lee Sin specifically, because if that Lee Sin goes in, like he gets the insect off, maybe he doesn't, but Vi just presses ult, and then where does he go? He just gets chain CC by Maokai. You have the Silas and the Misfortune ult over the top. Like that Lee Sin's just gonna die, and then objectives are meaningless at that point because you can't take them.
Yeah,
So
I
uh,
have seen MC. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
no, you could go.
I have seen MC faux show like pop off on like Jarvan and stuff, but like that's also my worry like, with Lee Sin. It's like a very high level execution for such a prolonged period of time. It's like low
Yeah,
key, like something like I feel like kind of happens, especially you can like drain yourself, and it can make it harder for you to stay locked in for the next game. Because
sure,
they're
yeah,
still best of threes, right?
they
They're
are.
still
Yeah,
doing best
yep,
of threes.
best of
Yeah.
threes. Yeah, and that's
So
kind
like,
of what we saw actually in the games we streamed in week one. We had Sable actually pick that Lee Sin first on the first game. Uh, I think his early game was decent, but he just became this like I go in and die bot, and it didn't end up going well for them. I think they ended up losing that game, and then it was really hard to come back from. So hopefully that we don't see that again this game. Like I said, I
also we
don't
do
know.
love ourselves with salt during execution for 30
But
days.
oh yeah, yeah. Appreciate that. Don't see. I don't think the Sultan League right now, right? I think he might have taken the split off as
Sub
well.
only right now.
Oh,
He not sure about his full time commitment the rest of the way, but
for
he's
sure.
signed back up for sub, so he wants to be here whenever he can.
I like
You want to
that.
give the other top laners a chance, can I say?
He
True. Yeah,
he's
you
not up
gotta let
there.
a different top player shine for now.
Hailstorm's not in the league right now.
True. Yeah.
A lot of new faces up there
Who's
in the top
got the
lane.
split push? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Perfy,
How we get
Perfy's
Malphite?
here.
Oh, Perfy is
Perfy's here
here.
for the
Yeah.
split push. Let's go, Perf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we get this wet noodle fight in the top lane.
Oh, I'm so excited for them to suck each other off with unending despair. Goddamn. Oh, I high key hate that item.
Yeah, the build itself like is so strong. With Fimbulwinter and the Unending Spare, and I think that is Maokai's first two items for sure. Malphite, I'm not sure, but I bet probably something similar. The combo is just so good. When we see, it didn't come out this game. I was kind of hoping it would. The tank Jace has been just tearing up Elos. I don't know if you're aware of this build,
Oh, I've seen
Eli.
it. I've seen
Okay,
the
yeah.
tank chase. I've seen it in higher
Which
elo
he
as
just kind of
well.
abuses those two items. Plus,
It's
he
so
usually goes Black
stupid.
Cleaver.
Yeah, I've seen also the Eclipse rush into tank sometimes, depending on the matchup, I
Oh,
think.
okay,
But
yeah. I mean, it's probably one of those things where you're like, does Black Cleaver make sense here? No, go
yeah,
Eclipse. Yes, then go Black Cleaver, and then you just go the Fimbulwinter into tank. So,
seems kind of
um,
cancer to me.
true that, yeah. But we don't get to see that this game. I think the predictions are up, correct? Yes, they closed. Very
Yep,
Goat Kings heavy.
our 5 minutes are up.
Oh brother, wow.
Me versus the world.
Man, yeah, not a lot of. I think I put 3,000 on Goat Kings. I will not impact my my casting, I swear. But nope, no bias in the casting test.
No buzz for sure.
Wait, so that means there's only two people that voted for Goat Kings and one for Stone Nation. Oh. Wait, what happens
Correct.
if no one voted for Stone Nation? Is it just refunds my essence?
Yeah, it would have been.
Oof.
Damn.
Should call that out. I put the bet down, and I should have called it out and got people to vote for Stone Nation. But they definitely have a good chance.
Hailstorm missed
At,
it.
oh, you missed it. Yeah, the big spenders. Where you all at? I mean, crazy.
I'm just out here hedging.
This game in particular. So we're on a new patch, correct? New patch came out Wednesday. There were some pretty. I would say it's a pretty small patch, but there's some pretty big changes. Feats now, which are important to me at least. Um,
Big feet
it's not
enjoyer
First Blood
of a different
anymore.
type. I mean, huh?
What? Oh no!
I'm sorry
First
about
to
that.
three
Yeah, that was a little too out. That was way too much. I'll calm
well,
it down.
I mean, to be fair, your feats get you booties for your feet, so it does
Yeah, that's
end
true.
up making sense, right?
Yeah. But I also feel like it's been kind of low-key a bait. Especially like when I'm like listening to people, because
Sure.
people end up rushing the third one way too soon.
Yep.
After second item, and it kind of just
Yep.
delays your next item way too much for the amount of value you're actually getting to it. Like
I've heard that quite a bit for pros, right? Or
yeah,
like high elo specifically. They feel like you just kind of delay the boots aren't worth the gold you're putting into them.
I think it's just like yeah, a matter of like gold value per like like the amount of gold value you're getting like for 700 or whatever the cost is for tier 3 because I don't really know. I
I
just
think
haven't
it's
looked
around
at the price.
750. I don't know if
750,
they're all
yeah.
750 or they're around seven, but they're around 750.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like there's some more valuable things like you can get like a double dagger or something instead for like
yeah.
a ADC or something to get more damage in a team fight instead of getting like maybe 15% more attack speed or something. And I don't know. It just seems I kind of agree with it. Feels like a little bit of a bait, and I want to just get my third item instead, and then
Oh, Critter gonna go
it's like a
in. Get a little bit
late
onto
game
redacted.
entrance. Yeah. Oh, trading back a
Actually,
little
pretty
bit.
even trade. I'm not
Yeah.
sure Critter's
I
secondary
think
runes
Twitter.
there.
Yeah, I think Critter's down a little bit because he popped a pot as well.
Did he pop that pot? Yeah, I mean, and Silas does do pretty well in that level 1. Like I said, I've played this matchup recently with the Silas and the Vigars and the side of Vigar. It does get kind of rough if the Silas is playing around his cooldowns, and specifically if he took Bone Plating, I'm not sure, or Second Wind, if he's playing around those cooldowns specifically. It can be quite a difficult matchup for the Vigar for the while, but let's see. Exhaust goes down from boosted.
Scary. Damage trade.
Should be able to walk out.
Yeah. Ignite was used by Boosted though, so right, that's Ignite.
I think it's
Icons also
exhaust,
messing
right?
with it. Oh, it's exhaust.
Yeah,
I
it is
think you're
exhaust.
right.
It is exhaust.
It's
Yeah.
exhaust. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't tell what you
They,
do.
they changed the pictures a little bit, which on one hand, like I guess they look
I like my
cooler. I'm
age,
not really
yeah.
sure. It just takes a little bit to get used to them. So
Not
I don't
even
think
that
there's any
old.
ignites in this game. No.
Yeah, there isn't. Yeah, you're right. So I think Go Kings is kind of fine with that. Now they have an opportunity to. And Envy's bot side, I think he could, if he clears camps, this could be an opportunity if Stoner's Nation keeps on over pushing like this. Could be an opportunity. This is kind of
Yeah,
what like I expected for top lane though.
yeah, just to let Nudo fight. Copped obviously a little bit low on mana. It looks like he's trying to poke out. He did opt for that Comet keystone, which into a Maokai, it's just kind of like I would rather just have the grasp. Like, are you gonna
Yeah, I
kill the
think I want
Maokai? Ooh, I believe the crab got stolen by Envy there, but
aggression.
we'll see if MC Fasho can run him
Stoner's Nation
down.
rotates. Ooh,
Ooh, good
the
dash.
rotation is kind of the same time, and Go Kings have same numbers. Yeah, just peel. I think they're just gonna run away.
Yeah, that was
Disengage
really
from
good positioning by Boosted there to allow the Lee Sin back over the wall. I think sometimes as a jungler you get really frustrated when you're like,
get over here,
people,
please.
yeah,
I'm gonna
like people
die.
don't understand your abilities, and you're like, I know what I want to do, but you don't obviously know what I want to do. But Boosted obviously at least maybe some comms or already had the intuition that Lee Sin wanted to jump over there, so didn't have to burn the flash, and I think that's very important, especially for a Lee Sin who relies on that flash to get the insect plays down.
Getting a little poked out. They're able to get the shove out. Rise at Dust is going to be able to back.
Yeah, not too much action so far. The thing I was bringing about the the feats is the first blood feat is now not first blood feat. It's
Oh yeah,
first to 3 kills, which I think it makes sense, right? It's really tough when you coin flip that first blood, especially in, like an invade. And you're like, you just feel bad. But it's also weird that like now we have first blood feats that are best of 3. We have the objectives that are first to 3, and that's just first tower. So I don't know. It just feels weird to me that we have 2 best of 3s within a best of 3. Looks like we're gonna try to look for a dive in the top gallery.
I think we can. Oh no, we don't have enough mana on Cop. If Cop had a bit more mana, maybe. That's also one thing I think that Cop probably is doing. Is not playing on the classic. You play on your mana flow band Malphite.
Right. Yeah.
XDD.
That's exactly what's happening. And like I said, I would have preferred the grasp in this matchup just because you know it's a Maokai, you know you're gonna get value. You still, if you're worried about mana, you could have gone at secondary and been fine. But
that honestly makes me worried about the Malphite scaling more or less, because I don't think the Malphite will low-key get outscaled by these trades, because no, Maokai, sorry.
Yeah,
the Malphite,
no, you're totally
the Malphite
right.
will get outscaled by the Maokai, because the Maokai is just going to be beating on the Malphite. He'll just be able to jump whenever and just proc a bunch of like grass procs. He'll use on Unending Despair to keep on like procking grass, and then he'll just like have so much more health by the like later stages of the game. That's going to be way more of an issue. Like I just don't see the damage in the laning phase being important enough, and the play style specifically that you're having in the top lane. If it was like some sort of like carry or something like that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you can poke them out, play for 6 spike, and try to kill them. But I don't really think you're ever killing this Maokai.
No, yeah, your kill window is, at least for Malphite, is like what, level 3, just if you poke him down enough. But good engage, but at least it's gonna go down. That's gonna be a first blood going over to the side of Stoner Nation. You see if they can get any more kills with good value arcade. But MC Fashion gonna get away with no help, but the flash hit for Critter to get the kill for Lee Sin. A Goss goes down. It's going to be a 3v1 against the Rise. Does be another flash back in, trying to get another kill, but nothing coming down for Rise of Dust. That was a risky flash. And Critter going to hit that E on the Silas. Boosted with a good flash away. Oh my god, that was so much fighting.
Boosted left there. That was, I feel like, just an unlucky flash. It happens.
Yeah.
Going back in.
Critter's just going back in for more. Can they get a kill out of this? No, but a little bit more.
They just need to completely disengage at this point since the Lee Sin is back. But I don't even know if they I don't know if they had vision to see that Lee Sin rotated back. But
yeah. I feel like they probably just had the intuition that Lee Sin's respawning. And critically, Envy was not there for that fight, right? he was already pathing towards grubs when that happened, so it's a 3v4.
Yeah.
And still,
Down in farm in the
Go King's able
jungle.
to get that advantage there with 2 kills to 1. Ryza does with that. It was such a risky flash. He kind of flashed in, got Braum autoed, and then instant proc to stun on him, and then he stood there. I felt so bad. I was like, yeah.
I know.
But
Yeah, I made a little bit of a comment with the, but it happens to literally everybody. I hope someone would flame me for that flash because whenever I'm making that, I'm like but
sometimes it just looks
it really just happens, man.
yeah.
It kind of just like you're trying to make a play, you're trying to move your mouse wicket quickly.
Might be a flash. Lee Sin does have the ult here. He does
has 6. I think
that should just be a kill.
Goodbye.
Huge kill by MT Fascio there. That was just a 6v5, and he didn't have to blow the ult. Just gets the kill on the Vi. I believe Vi had not backed yet, which is why she was so squishy. Oh, coming down from
I like this.
Remy.
He's able to put some good damage. They really should be focusing. Yep. There you go.
Should be enough to get the kill on the boosted here. Remy needs to finish off this kill, but great Q from Goatbeard. Oh,
boosted.
Goatbeard.
got boosted
from Beard. But it looks like the Ryza that's not able to get those kills. They were able to get away from the Jin ulti.
I just want to highlight.
We are back to
Vic Fascio's big plays there. Getting the invade on Envy in the jungle, but before that, able to take the 3rd grub.
That's
so there's
true.
no feat claimed from that objective.
Yeah, very important there, especially since Go Kings did secure that dragon. They would have been at 2 if he didn't get that last one. It was really a heads-up play with Vic Fascio to invade there as well. I think he may have seen the Vi and saw that she had no items. And it was like, okay, either she backs, I take red, or she's on red, I take her and red. So it was just a kind of a win-win for him if he takes that invade, and he did. And it was a great play.
Yeah, it ended up working out. He's early game Lee Sinning. Let's see how the mid and late game perform. That's what I'm really worried about.
I mean, it's looking good. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do on it. He's getting the kills. My only concern is the Silas is actually the one with the kills here, but they might be getting collapsed on. MP does have the ulti. He's going to use it on the Jin.
They got the Lee Sin.
This up. But I think Silas took the Lee Sin kick there and kind of disengaged for them. Oh, great pick with the Jin W.
Oh.
Yeah, Envy's just going to go down.
Beautiful.
Wow, it was really well played from Stoner Nation there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Critter ended up taking Lee Sin ulti there. It makes sense. You can't grab the Malphite. Lee Sin's probably your next best in at least a fight, but then kind of disengaged for Stoner Nation. He just didn't have the damage and kind of kicked someone away, and then they were able to follow up with a great Jin W. So
I feel like once these like top towers go down, and if they ever start to get to the 5v5, I don't really think Stoner Nation wants that high key, because then the Critter's getting the Malphite R's, and they're able to like one shot whatever target they want to. So low key, you want to keep the Maokai preoccupied, or you want to keep it so that you guys aren't 5v5ing, because if Silas is able to get those Malphite R's, that is like a game changer. It makes things so much easier, and that also means that MF needs to be saving her R for the Malphite R.
Yeah, definitely.
So
she definitely needs to be layering it. Yep. It's weird because if you take, let's see if they can secure this objective. They're going to go in, but MT Bash is not going to be on time. They're going to engage back onto it, but they probably need to get out. It was a great misfortune. Only coming out of the top, and Malphite's coming in the back. Good to go in the misfortune, and that should secure a kill into there. That should be 1, 2, 3 kills for Stoner's Nation, and they're going to secure the 4 on Attack Alley. I'm not really sure when he actually got there, but great flash over the wall. Oh, no, boosted. Oh, MC Fast with the snipe over the wall. I think that might have been blind, too. That was a crazy snipe by him.
Well played.
Wow, and now Critter's just going to get 4 or 5 men under this bot tower. I think we may have another kill coming over to Stoner Nation, but how much will they lose for it? Redacted just taking the turret shot. See if Critter can outplay this. Does get the stun off, but at the end of the day, Malphite taking turret shots.
E in. So he's the E. I think he should have W'd the furthest target and then try to hit boosted with the E and then use the Veigar R.
They just had so much time. Oh, I'm not sure if they knew they were all still there. Redacted is out of mana. Can they actually fill this up? But
Oh,
King
no.
Beard gonna take a shot.
We just have a massive release bid on the top side. Just taking the rest of the. Is it Grubs right now, or is it Herald?
It should be the second set of
Grubs.
Grubs. Yeah, he's popping those down.
And 6 Grubs. Well, looks like my prediction is looking kind of bad right now. Not gonna lie.
3 minutes till Herald.
I don't know who put the 1,000 down on the Stone Nation, but they may get some insane value.
That's me.
That was you.
That's
Great.
not me.
I'll donate. No, definitely. Game's not over yet. They still have 2 dragons.
Nah, it's doomed. What are we saying? I'm kidding. It's fine. Every game is really winnable.
Who got the first blood feed? Did I miss that one?
Goat Kings
I
was
believe,
first to 3.
yes.
They were first to 3.
Yes.
However,
Oh,
they
they
only
were
have
first to
3.
Correct. They're up
Okay.
3 to 2.
So they do need one more objective or first tower to get that, and then Surf Nation just needs 2 more objectives or the first tower. Well, and first tower. They need both. Wow. Yeah, no, really bloody fights there. About 1 kill per minute, but Boosted might be in a bad spot. Let's see if Misfortune can finish him off.
Oh, but they're I think it's
away.
the last Rise at Dusk, yeah. Oh,
Who's going to fall for this buy, though? I don't think anyone's going to be in range.
Oh,
That's a great soul by Goat King. Oh, the stun's going to
Yeah.
get off. That was really good with the layer to CC, but right after it's coming down to try to do
Nice
some
cube,
damage.
Beard there with Braum. Just barely hit him. That was the only reason why he died. That flash was good by Rise at Dusk to really put some space between him and the other people, but it just barely wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be back to fighting this spot like we know this is what it's going to be. That's a great...
but
it looked good, but it just felt like it did no damage. Redacted just throwing the ult. Misfortune thinking it's going to kill. Oh, but he did the save him. No, he didn't get the kill. Oh, this is absolutely detrimental for Nation. That was a great TP from Cop. He should be able to get maybe a couple here. Critter going to take down
Critter
Boost.
Queens, though. High key. I think they should fight this. I think Critter should have been fighting for a little bit longer, at least. And try to bait him up, but maybe I'm being a little... I know Jin's like coming back, and he does have R, so maybe the right call not to, but...
Yeah, that was really
I was thinking
important.
maybe they could bait Boosted into getting himself killed to help out Cop, but...
Yeah, I really thought Boosted was dead there. They looked like they had the pick on him, but just didn't have the damage.
Yeah, so I was just starting to...
We see first items coming down for about everybody on Stars Nation, but there's still 3 people on Goat Kings without that first item. Nope, Maokai just picked up the Unending Despair. Still waiting on the Triforce. I believe that's what Envy's going for there. And
so. Yeah,
Beard without that first item.
I think it's Heartbound Axe, the next thing, if I'm not mistaken.
I was going to say, I'm almost a guarantee that Otacon's spawning bot side of the map with how bloody it's been down there. Definitely we saw the pit spawn there, so we know that Otacon is spawning, but Riptailed is up. I really want Goat Kings to start prioing for this. Because this would be the feat for them. And Envy is there, but he's getting collapsed on by Copt. This is really dangerous. I'm not sure Cop's ult actually isn't up yet. So
Silas is here and Malphite's here. This could actually be not too bad for... Oh no!
But is he out of position? And that was a great ball arm ulti.
Oh my god!
Great ulti for the Silas. Did they fish him off? They do. This is a great fight. See, the Messi Tasha is going to go down as well. Copt is just in the middle of 4 people. He's going to take one down. Someone needs to get on that gym before he takes everyone down. Cop's going to be able to finish another one off, but he should just be taken down. Redacted coming in to clean up the kills. Flash on the
flash.
Braum. That was just sad. I feel bad for Beard there.
Loki, I think I can take Redacted. Loki, no, stop running! You can just jump on him and dodge the stuff. Oh my god.
No, it's just get the kill. Oh.
Loki, I think if he realizes it, dude, Unending Despair and plus Grasp plus the amount of like healing Maokai does, I think he actually wins that like in the long term. And he had red buff on as well. I think he could have gone for it because Unending Despair is kind of a disgusting item.
Yeah, definitely. It does a lot of healing. Obviously not that much against one person, but I think critically, like, we'll go back to it. Malphite just didn't have ult for that fight, and we saw MC Faster kind of engage, and the Jin hit the W, and they kind of baited themselves because Malphite just kind of walked in and
Yeah, I think Malphite
Malphited
R
without the ult.
was like on cooldown for a bit, and
It
then
was,
Silas
yeah.
got a good Malphite R, and then
Oh, all
Malphite
over
got
the
a
top.
forfeit.
We're just going back to the fighting. MC Fascio
not
maybe
bad.
take it down. Can Kerner
Spirit
finish off
chasing.
that kill? Chase him down. He does
No.
get the kill on the Fascio. That's insane for them. That's going to be the objective.
I don't know why Tack is backing out. He can literally just like
Yeah,
this
that's
build.
gonna be
You can
Hextech,
just run
right?
him down. He could literally just run him down with this build.
He could, yeah. He's got the items. Feats do go over to Goat Kings. What? Let me just say, they made a hell of a comeback. They were down 10-3 in kills. I don't know what the gold. I think it was around maybe 2,500, 3,000. They've cut that lead almost to 500.
Yeah,
so really well played from them.
The reason why that worked out so well and that they had that ace because Malphite got a flank angle and Silas was on the opposite side of the flank.
Yep.
So it was really hard, and I think he already got an R at this point. Yeah, now look at this. Look at this Maokai. Yeah, are you? This Malphite's not having fun. He's not having fun.
Tack knows now. He's like, I've kind of outscaled
you. Trade
you.
even. That is exactly what Maokai wants. He has his passive. He has Unending Despair. Trading even is essentially trading behind.
Yep. And we see lots of gold, lots of items coming over from Goat Kings here now. See if they've got the upgrade tier 2 boost, not the tier 3 is gonna come in. Yeah, but that's a great combo. Envy the Reaper just out of position, gets picked off by the baby cage into Lee Sin. Another great combo. You don't even really need to do anything with Lee Sin. You just kick into the cage and it's auto stun.
Easy dub.
It is an easy dub. I wish they would have used that a little bit more in lane, but Envy just kind of getting picked on a little bit. Yeah, he might have half the team's deaths, but he also has pretty good kill participation from his side, so a little bit of a two-headed Hydra.
Envy can go to the principal. They can go to Beard and say, hey, this isn't fair, because he's on his team.
Yeah, but I mean, I traditionally know Envy for being a mid laner.
That's true, that's true.
But I've seen him jungle a few times, so... And the Vi's obviously... I think the thing between, for example, getting behind on Lee Sin and getting behind on a Vi, Lee Sin a lot harder to pull off those combos. Vi, you can just press the R. If you have the Misfortune over top and like the Silas with Malphite ult, you're doing your job, right? You know you're gonna die, but you're gonna impact the team. So as long as he has that target selection, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah, MF is doing the lethality build. I guess it kind of makes sense since they like the only other AD damage dealer is Vi, and it's not like that insane of a 80 damage threat. So I'm like curious to see how this build. It's like probably going to be a really heavy mid-game power spike, and to be honest, I think that's really where Goat Kings thrive, is that mid-game power spike into like semi-late with their team fighting. As long as it's a 5v5 and Silas can get the right ultimate, it should be winning until super late where Veigar is, Veigaring and has 10k AP.
Oh, trying to get the flank off. Is going to land the Q, but it's going to be back up. The Misfortune coming over the top is going to delete the team. That is what the combo we were talking about. Rise of Dust does not stand a chance underneath this tower. Beard is tanking everything. Might go down. No, it does survive.
Huh?
Yeah, that was exactly what we called out, though. Oh, good flash! That was insane from Remy. And they might be able to get out of this. They have no follow-up. Who's going to chase them down?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a really good reaction by Remy there.
I swear it was so close to him getting hit by that. It had to have been like pixels, because I swear the Malphite was there before that flash came off. But
I also thought the same thing. I thought the Malphite whiffed it. Maybe we'll see in replay. If somebody puts a replay of it after the series, like does a little replay of it. I'm curious to see, because I thought Loki caught whiffed it.
It was insane. I would not be surprised if we would, because it was so close. But I think Remy just barely got flashed off, and honestly, that saves his life and probably Beard's too, because he did get low there.
Yeah, this is looking pretty nice for Goat Kings. 3 drags, Obviously, it really sucks that we lost all those grubs, but it's not really the worst. I feel like our wave clear is kind of good. At least
So,
with Maokai and MF. The Silas obviously struggles a bit.
and we're at this weird point which happens every time this Otacon spawns a bot side map, where the dragons are spawning so consistently that the timing between Otacon spawning and the dragons are so close that they're both going to be up around the same time. You see 20 seconds left on this dragon spawning,
It feels so
Otacon's up.
hard. Yeah, it's still so hard for Stoner's Nation to really do anything. As I was talking about earlier, Go King's actually having some pretty good vision setup, and then Maokai splitting. I really like this. They don't have to force anything. Maokai could just do whatever he wants to this tier 2, and they can get a crap ton of gold. They don't even have to force it.
He does have TP too.
Yeah, so like they're in a winning position. Oh, critter! Getting that
has the
Malphite is
Malphite
important, but it's a little scary when there's 4 people behind that Malphite.
But he does tend to engage. No one else
They're
will
a little
follow
hard
up.
though. I
With the
don't. I
W,
think
but
they're not gonna
much.
try to engage on this. They just want to disengage.
No.
Beautiful, good usage.
Great disengage.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Stoner's Nation are forced to take either Atacon or the Dragon.
And I mean, look at the top and the mid lanes. They're just falling
They're
apart.
losing so much.
The macro
and
from Go Kings is insane.
I love this flank. Look at this flank. Oh, please.
Oh,
Go to flank.
oh my god, the
Holy
combos.
crap, that was sick.
Wow. That was absolutely insane. Top should actually fall here, but everyone from
That was a phenomenal flank by
Go Kings is
Critter. That was
actually
so
low.
sick.
Go King Beer might actually go down here. He is quite low on health.
Oh, one more auto.
See if
Come on.
Redacted or Remy can finish them off.
Oh, I
This
think
will
he
get picked
died.
off by
Oh, no.
Redacted. He might go down. No,
I knew it.
Oh.
Oh, no. They accidentally got
they're gonna
themselves in a
find it though.
2v1.
Yeah, blast code. Oh no, this is gonna be a double kill with the Silas. Just a matter of time till Redacted's gonna fall.
Wait, can you get the execute? Execute?
He should have gotten
Did
tagged by
Emphas-
damage, correct?
Oh,
Yeah,
he did get tagged, you're right.
unfortunate.
Damn.
Oh, he
Unlucky.
tried.
Oh, that's such a tragedy. That is literally the worst case scenario for Stoner's Nation. We lose Soul, we lose 2 tier 2s, and an inhib tower. This is absolutely tragic. This mid-game power spike is actually insane.
Yeah, and I think Cobb just got a little antsy, and he's like, I have ult, I must use ult. His team just wasn't in range to follow up. And then the fight just kind of turned. Obviously, we saw that Southern Nation tried to take that dragon.
Flank.
And Critter just had a great flank with the Malphite ult
That call
himself.
was perfect, using that, using Brahmar to disengage, because they knew they didn't have numbers, they didn't have MF, they didn't have Maokai. And so they disengaged and they looked for a better opportunity. And then Sterilization was forced to take Drag or Atacon. And I think they're probably going to go for Drag because it does less damage to you. But they saw that coming, and then Critter got a thick flank, and they destroyed them. It was crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot for Stoner's Nation to have to climb to get it back. We see the Otacon was the revive version, so everyone from Goat Kings does have that revive. That one did get nerfed. Now grants 200 gold instead of 100, which is very important, but oh no, Rise of Dust is just at the wrong spot, the wrong time, taking the mid wave, and gets his life taken. Great pick from Goat Kings. This should be transitioning to a Baron for sure. Yep, everyone is heading that way. They're going to take that down. So they have... let's put a count on these objectives. They have Dragon Soul at, well, 25 minutes. It was earlier than that, but we'll say 25. They have Otacon revives and maybe Baron, but they're actually going to turn and try to take out Copt here. It'll be a 3v4. That was a great ulti over from Silas, but if they can finish him off, there's a lot of damage coming down. That might have a dance take a while, but he does not. Let's see if Bassel can do anything here. He just does not want to take a fight. I think that's the correct idea.
They have literally all. They're like Thanos right now. They have.
All the Infinity Stones. Yep.
Oh my god.
They have them all stacked up. They've got Otacon. All of them have the revive. They have all 4 dragons. They're gonna get Baron. Someone's gonna snap and half the team's gonna die. I think is what's gonna happen.
Oh my god, but they don't have 6 scrubs though.
They don't have 6 scrubs. They only have. Oh, they only have 2.
Oh, Critter! A little bit. Oh no, wait, but he has TP. This actually isn't too bad. I actually kind of like this play because now he can revive. He can revive from full HP as long as he hits TP.
So he can get the down.
But can he steal it? No, he doesn't steal it.
He got it.
it really wasn't the worst play
Oh,
because
great
now they
flash
can
over from
almost.
boosted.
Oh, they weren't able to pick it. They were able to pick at least one more person. I feel like they could have forced tier 2 and an inhib, or maybe even played for an end angle. If it's still, they still could play for an end now. I think they could honestly play for an end right here.
They should be able to. That's 2 dead. We see him not spawning for another
And boosted is
24
low.
seconds.
He hasn't backed as well. The wave states are a little bit meh, so we have to wait for
They've
this
got
mid
another
wave.
wave coming in behind them. Oh, big
I think
damage
Malcolm
coming out
should
from
pull the
Redacted,
trigger. Oh, I guess since we got chunked. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, there's still that tier 2 in the bot lane. I think they're going to decide.
Yeah,
that,
they
no,
should push out waves. Yeah. I wanted them to push out waves at least before they reset.
Yeah, it was a good effort from MC Fasho there, trying to get that steal down. Kind of made a 50-50, just lost the coin flip. But, I mean, at the end of the day, even if they take Baron there, I think you're kind of just delaying the inevitable, especially with Soul Down, especially with the Otacon bus. And I think they were off now, correct?
No, I thought the oh wait, is it a timer
The
now?
revive only lasts for 2.5 minutes. It's now gone.
Okay.
So
I thought it lasted. I don't know these things, you know. Obviously,
I know. I gotta educate you on these new mechanics. This is Noxus. This is what it looks like. See if MC Fasho might be looking for a pick here. Goking's pushed up a little bit far, but there shouldn't be much. Yeah. So it does last for about 2.5 minutes. Debatable. You feel like you should just use it, right? I feel like if you know it's going down, I would just use it. Try to get a kill.
That's why I was actually kind of a fan of Critter doing that, because then it actually created an ending angle. Because if they were able to get a pick or two more, it would have been game. They had Baron, they have the buff still, they can throw themselves at them. I think Maokai had TP as well at that point, so it would have been really hard for Stoner Station to defend against it.
Oh, MC Fasho looking for a pick here.
Is he getting
to Remy,
or is he the person?
Yeah, I mean, he just does not have the damage, unfortunately.
Ooh, that's some damage that this Maokai is taking, though.
God.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Oh man, this Malphite's just not having fun anymore. It's no longer a wet noodle fight because Tac Alley has elevated to full Linguini.
It's a tree versus a rock, but somehow the rock
it's a tree versus 4 other people. Make that 5. Can Tac Alley get away? He needs to start using his abilities, trying to get some healing down. Though. Oh, he is just kind of surviving. What is that? Healing! It's just so much!
Holy cow! He literally bought them an Elder Drag buff. Oh my god, that's insane.
Oh my god. I mean, he healed at like half his HP bar from that Unending Despair, right? Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. That's really what happened. Then he buys them an Elder buff, which means, like, I don't know.
I would trade one Maokai for Elder.
Surely if Critter gets the Malphite R and is just able to R in on at least 2 people, we absolutely one-shot them, and then after that, the fight's essentially won. As long as
honestly just be reckless. I mean, you just ult the Vygar and end it for him. I don't even know if you need to hit more than one person.
I agree. The Vygar is like, he's like 70% of their damage.
Yeah.
He's the reason why it's harder for Gokings to really do anything right now. Just because like his wave clear and his W chunks are crazy. And then the cage is also always a good utility resource.
Yeah, and now that I'm like looking at the comps too, like Stars Nation, like the Malphite, obviously a great pick, but there's actually really not that many things that can lay over the top of the Malphite. Like you have like a Vygar W to guarantee it. Jin doesn't really have a lot of abilities that can, like, other than standing back and trying to ult when he goes in. Like there's not a lot that you can layer, so it is tougher for this Malphite to actually do things, while the Silas can just kind of have free range, and you know the Misfortune ulti is coming over the top, so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like all the combos for Goat Kings look a little bit easier, and the execution seems like a little bit easier. That's why I'm always like cool, Lee Sin. Like, but is he going to be able to execute in the late game? Apparently, my prediction has aged a lot better than at first. I always had faith in this team, I swear. Well,
And credit to MV. Yeah, he was sitting at a very like 3-8 and was he 3-8-5, 3-8-4, something like that. Has really bumped up that score line, providing a lot for the team, not dying. It's been really good for him. Gauge from MC
yeah.
Fasho, but Cat only takes 0 damage, so just gonna back out.
Oh, this build surely is balanced, right? Wow. Yeah, surely we're gonna auto the Malphite to at any point in this game. The Maokai should literally never auto Malphite just because he has Thorn Mail, and you could see how much he healed
Yep.
from 4 or 5 people if he doesn't auto Malphite. Like that's
Yep.
all he needs to do. Like we need
Uh,
some other form of anti-heal that's like that we can apply. Not if him not having a brain and auto attacking our Malphite once by accident.
Even then, I still think like it will just heal a lot. Like obviously, it won't be as crazy as
It
what we
will.
saw earlier,
Oh,
but
for sure it will.
he has the Spear of Vision to amplify it even more. It's just going to be so much. And looking, everyone from the side of Go Kings also has the upgraded boots. 3 Merc Treads upgrades, by the way, which is wild. People do not
Weird.
like this Vygar.
I mean, I agree.
Sure.
It's probably the.
Oh, he
I don't
might have
even
gotten
know
stuck
anymore.
here. Might be in trouble here, but they have enough damage. When this fortune all over the top, it's going to be a lot of damage. Vi coming in to take down this Vygar.
The
And there's going
supers
to
are
be
also
enough.
in their base. This kind of.
That is true. The minions are just going to winion their way through this base. It's just going to be
But they won the fight anyway, so.
The wallets have been slapped. I think Goat Kings is just going to take this game. What a comeback from them. I think we had almost counted them out, and they made some.
Believed in them the entire time. What are you talking about? I never doubted. I knew the
not a doubt in this world. I did
Not a doubt.
not say I was giving my points to Blitz there.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, just an excellent comeback from Goat
I knew
Kings.
they
It
had
was-
potential to come back. I wasn't sure because sometimes it just happens and the game goes haywire. But that fight happened so perfectly for Stoner's Nation, and then they needed to play around it a lot differently than, oh, we want a team fight, let's keep on team fighting. No, they needed to realize that they got lucky with the team fight and had to play around that. And honestly, I think you put like Redact down on the side lane, have your jungler always hover him. And you just try to play towards your mid laner because that's the strongest person was their mid laner,
Sure.
and they needed to like low key play split because they had 6 grubs, so they could destroy like towers super fast, even with like.
I think they
even,
had 4, right? They got 2 stolen from that
maybe
first set.
Okay, maybe I didn't realize
But
that.
I still, they were still getting the grub spawns. Like the thought's still there, or the the grublings or whatever they're called. But
Yeah,
if you look at both teams though, like in a vacuum, both of them wanted to do the exact same thing, right? They both wanted a team fight, but when you put them into each other, we just saw that Go King's team fight was just better, right? At the end of the day, and they didn't. And like you said, maybe Vigar and split push you can hover with the Lee Sin, but that it's just not as effective at having the sideline threat. So
yeah, it's like really hard to operate. I think it was kind of a draft gap after the Malphite into just straight up silence thing. It would have been funny if they flexed, but they kind of already knew how they want to play. Some protection for the MF with the Braum I thought was really good. It also makes sure that they can peel away from an initial engage, or I liked how they used it just to play the macro for that drag.
Mhm.
And I feel like because of the vision they've set up before the drag, they were able to really know where Stoner Nation was that entire time and the rotations they were going. So they were able to literally just play the macro and be like, hey, we're gonna put our ADC on mid and have our top laner take both of them take tier 2s. And then we can rotate our ADC back to the fight because we have vision and understand exactly where they are the entire time. And then they kind of just won the game off of that. And they played it really well. I think they played that entire sequence extremely well, from the splitting, having the Maokai split in the top, and nobody was able to reply to them. And then they played it out slow. They didn't go for the engage. They waited for the ADC to come back, and then they had a phenomenal flank into a really great combo that one shot 2 people So
Yeah, that was definitely the turning point, right? I think Go Kings was slowly clawing the way back in, but yeah, you pointed out perfectly that their macro decisions to kind of stall out the game and have the misfortune, the Maokai splitting, the draw pressure, and then obviously Critter's great engage over the Dragon Pit with the Maokai ulti or the Malphite ulti, sorry, was just kind of the bombshell to break that game wide open. So yeah, really well played. I really hope that I understand the Malphite pick. I think it's a great pick. I think that there's definitely a place for it. But when you draft it first, you open yourself up for so many counter picks that it's just kind of difficult to operate the champion. So if they want to stick with the Malphite and it doesn't get banned, I think that they need to push that to a 4 or 5 pick just to disguise it and not allow those counter picks in.
yeah, and it's just like it's really hard for Malphite to operate when Stylus is on the other team. Just
Right.
like as
Just
a
in
team
general.
fight comp in general, because like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm going squishies, do some damage, and then suddenly Stylus one shots your squishies with your R. You're like,
Right.
where'd they go? Where's
Just like,
he?
would you rather have Malphite ult or Malphite ult that does more damage? Just like, I'd rather take that. So, but yeah, I mean, now they know, right? Like maybe they just didn't expect Goat Kings to have the champ pool to pick the Silas, and now they know. So maybe we just see the Silas band and we see the R or B1, I guess. Would it be B1? Nope,
Yeah, it was
R1.
a
It was a B1. I'm saying
R1
they're
for
actually on the other side
yeah.
this time.
Okay, yeah. They're taking red side.
Yeah, they're going to be taking red side. So Stone Nation going to be taking red side this time. Like I said, if they want to R1 the Malphite, I really hope they ban the Silas this time. Obviously, Malphite has a bunch of other bad matchups, but
I think what I want to see is I want to see Redacted given. I mean, I guess he was kind of given counter last time, but I want to give him a more
yeah,
of a counter, uh, like true counter pick. Because I don't really think either, like no disrespect to the top laners, I don't really think either of them play the champions to get like a really good true counter pick as a top
sure.
laner. Just
Yeah.
think they just play a lot of tanks
They're
and they
both
play the really good weak
fantastic weak side
siders.
top liners. Like
Yeah,
I would pick
exactly.
either one of them up. I've played attack a few times as support. I've seen his top. Like he great tank play. Obviously, we saw that game. His Maokai is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
did he just kind of hit the Malphite for most of the game? Yeah, but when it came to the team fights, he just did his job right, and that's kind of what you want from a tank top liner. So
But yeah, it just doesn't feel very useful to have red side if red side feels, at least in my opinion, a little bit weaker if the top laner isn't able to abuse the other top laner. So then I feel like they need to really rotate that into we're gonna give our mid lane, which hopefully has a wide enough champ pool, counter pick, like true counter pick, and give him a lot more carry potential in this draft. That's what I'm like thinking.
yeah.
Either that or maybe we give it to the ADC. ADC really doesn't matter for
Mm,
counter pick as much. Maybe it's more of a we let Beard cook and we have him get a counter pick
yep.
cook. I don't know. Maybe because
Sure. I
honestly, support counter pick matters more than ADC counter pick.
definitely. I think if you're comparing the two, I mean, Beard Brom looked great. I think Brom's kind of been a staple of this league, which is there's like weird picks that have been like staples of this league for a while, even though they're like they're fine in other situations. Like Amumu, Zach, and Brom
We
come to
got on
mind.
that Moo train before it even
Yeah,
started, and now Moo is actually kind of good in the league in
true.
general. After all the buffs and changes he's gotten,
Hmm.
um, but we were there before Moo got good.
Pioneers, as they might call us.
Yeah. Pioneers. The LCS and Riot was like, oh damn, these guys are playing a Moo a lot. It's really popular in the league. Let's buff it.
Yeah, we know freaks watching. Hi, freak.
Hello,
Uh,
Riot. Smile.
but yeah, no, I think there's definitely some things that both teams could end up changing, but we'll have to see how they react. Tack Alley going crazy in Twitch chat. I think we're gonna have to up his salary a little bit. I think's what we learned. No more Malachi. We're back on support
No
duty,
more
Tack.
Maokai. Apparently, Tree beats Rock. Who would have guessed?
Treat. I haven't played that version of rock paper scissors yet, but apparently it does.
I know.
I
Well,
guess paper.
technically, it would
No, it
be
makes
paper
sense.
versus
Wait, it
rock.
does
No,
make
it does make
sense.
sense. Wait, it does make sense. Hold up. I'm wrong. It just makes so much sense.
Boy, you
What am
got
I
to think
talking
about
about?
that one.
Yeah, I gotta
It
think about that one
does,
for a
yeah.
second.
All right, thanks, Critter. I didn't put two and two together. It does, yeah.
You know, I dropped out in kindergarten, so give me a break,
True.
guys.
All right. Yeah, looks like we're going straight into champ select and then get the respect band over for redacted on the Vlad and the Acel ban from Stoner's Nation. I really want to see the Silas ban. Oh, we're gonna stick with the Gwen. Well, I mean, it would be the other side anyways, but yeah, there it is. Hey, I do. Wait, lock it in first before I
Do
start
they know
talking.
Gwen's big secret? I guess maybe they do.
Oh, that's a meme. Please lock in the Silas ban.
Maybe.
You could do it.
Hmm.
No, they're thinking.
They're thinking about it.
There
They're
it
thinking about it.
is.
They did it. Okay.
Thank goodness. Nah, obviously, I do like it when teams adapt. So this is great adaptation and taking the misfortune out too. I do like that as well. Remy seemed very comfortable, and I think that there's a lot of champions that can substitute for what they're trying to do while still locking people down, allowing from misfortune to alt over. So if they want to keep that same play style, it's good to get him off that misfortune.
I think that it was very having that combination of the two is
Mhm.
very scary for me, in my opinion. Um, so I'll be curious to see what type of team comp they develop. Oh, the
Ooh.
Seraphine was let through, so we first pick that. I guess that makes sense. Comfort priority pick. Really annoying to deal with at certain times. So
I wonder if
yeah.
Goat Kings has prepped any of these, like double enchanter or I'm gonna call them cringe lanes because that's what I think they are. But like the Seraphine Sona or the Seraphine, what's the other one that's really popular?
Mm,
Uh,
Seraphine Senna?
yeah,
That's
Senna.
not.
I think it is Senna. I think it's Senna. Yeah, Seraphine Senna. Some of these like very poke heavy, hard scaling bot lanes. I wonder if they practice any of these. I
Totally
know,
very
obviously,
interactive, I swear.
totally. And then lane swap. No, I don't think we do that in this league. But
Yeah. I don't think it's I don't think we can.
no,
For
you
at
can't.
least
You
the
have to
first
go
five
to your
minutes.
side lanes. Yeah, which is good. Take notes. LCS or LTA, whatever you call them. But
Nobody
the
likes lane
Ezreal
swaps. Boo, lane
Braum.
swaps.
Braum getting switched over. We're going to see boosted on the Braum now instead of Goat King Beard. And the Ezreal. That is, I think, arguably the safest lane you could pick in the game from Station. Like, name me another champ you'd substitute.
Honestly, I don't know why. I think honestly, what Go King should have done is they should have slammed Senna here, and then did it as a Senna support, and then they had the Seraphine APC, because Senna
So,
destroys Braum. She like hard counters Braum, especially her Q.
yep.
It's considered a laser, which is crazy, and her autos do
Oh,
not
goes
hit.
through.
She can auto attack people through Braum shield. Isn't that so crazy? So I think they missed an opportunity
Oh,
to hard
right.
counter.
J4 picked up though. I do like that for Stone's Nation. A
That's
little bit
good.
of an early
I like that.
game. I'm very
I'm
biased.
very liking the draft from Stoner Station right now, though.
Yeah, I'm just very biased to early game jugglers right now, just because of the feats. They're just to me they're just really important. I know, like in theory, like still it doesn't really matter because you want to delay boots anyways, but honestly, it's almost a mental thing, right? Like if you lose feeds, I think you lose a part of yourself. And so just getting the feeds are just really, well, at least in solo queue. I know it's a little bit different here, but people get really, really upset when you can't get your first blood and they're like, game's over. Like it just helps the
Game's over.
mental so
FF.
much.
FF. Classic League of Legends mentality.
Yeah.
We went down in some sort of way. It's over. Game over. Let's FF, guys. Come on. There's no chance.
But a couple of a lot more than a couple bans from the last game. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bans from champions from last game, Malphite and Vigar banned from the Goat Kings, and the Maokai attack just absolutely scaring them with the tree, and the Zerath coming over from Stones Nation. See what the response is going to be. Or we're going to save
We
that
won't
mid
get the
counter
rock,
pick.
paper, scissors method. Oh, bro. They took
Oh.
out they took out every single one. They took out rock, they took
They
out paper, and they
did
took out
take
scissors.
rock, paper, and scissors. They're
Oh
not
my
able to
God.
play. They're not play the game anymore. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I don't know. I should actually have to chop off my hands because we can't play that game anymore because they're all banned.
Sure. Orin, great counter. Safe blind pick though. Makes sense. Mundo, we're gonna have another What Noodle fight. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what we expected to happen. But critically, mid lane has the counter pick. Stoners Nation going to be
They're
able to
doing
see what the mid lane's going to be.
while I kind of like I do like Mundo, but I also kind of don't like him right here because we can just Jarvan, we just Jarvan our Mundo and just run. So Mundo
But
feels
the
kind of useless. He better if he goes Ghost,
Vel'Koz,
it's going to be so easy to deal with this Mundo. But I mean, well, not so easy. We need something that tank shreds right here.
laser beams indeed. I have not seen a Vel'Koz mid in quite some time. So this is going to be incredibly interesting to
I'm
see
a
how they
pirate. I'm a
pilot this.
laserless. Ooh. I think this is actually.
I
That's kind of funny because Skarner's gonna go through it, but I don't think
yeah.
this was the worst.
Anivia, it's weird too because I know Envy's like the Anivia player and he's definitely jungle for the other teams, so that is not him. But that mid lane is quite interesting. The Vel'Koz scares me. There's a lot of like what do you do when J4 just EQs you? Like you don't have
Yeah,
any way out, so
their mobility is severely lacking on Go
it
Kings,
is. But I
and that can
do
be very
like.
scary.
I know you say you don't like the Mundo. I like it in the context of Seraphine because, like Seraphine, you just want the meatballs to be in front, and I think having two meatballs is good with a hyperscale in the back, like Jinx. Like that's a lot to get through, and
Yeah,
not a lot of backline access with Stone Nation other than J4. Like who else is going to follow up on anything from him?
you can do. Well, the thing is, that I think will happen is J4 R's in, Ornn comes at R's after, and then if Anivia is close enough, you'll probably get the Ezreal. You can probably get the Ezreal R in, and you can drop Anivia R. They can just like do a different
Okay,
type of hotbox. But it also depends how we're playing out team fights. Like if the team fights are a little bit split up, I think it's a little bit better for Goat Kings because they're probably going to want to play a little bit more split up. Since they have two frontliners, I don't really think they. And especially you're gonna want to flank on Skarner because they have all this like stuff that they can make. They can make the Orange Key, we can make the Anivia wall, we can make Jarvan wall. So
that's
having the Skarner on
true.
like a flank angle to take care of them first, or get like a good engage, I think is pretty important. And you can have Mundo sit with the rest of the people. But
It's just
they
there's
do
just
have decent tools. I do agree. It's like kind of hard for me to say that because late game this Mundo is going to be a problem. That's what I'm like. If I'm Star Station, I'm worried
fair.
about how the hell are we shredding this Mundo or Skarner because
Yeah, who kills
Anivia
Mundo?
does do damage. Orin does like okay damage, but like J4 starts to fall off. Ezreal, you have to be extremely good at auto weaving and Q, like weaving all your abilities together for it to be like a late game carry. In general, I don't really see it as a late game carry.
And Mundo's just gonna have so much health. It's all about if he stays even into this Ornn. Who, yeah, like you said, who kills him? I don't know where the DPS is gonna come from. Like Mundo's not gonna just sit there and stand in the Nivea bar. So where's the damage gonna come from to kill him? I think this is definitely a game where Stones Nation needs to try to look to snowball early and needs to be off the back of the J4 gangs, right? Like if they can get the lead and kind of win off the objectives and the feats and try to get ahead early, they can probably do something and end the game. But if we let this Mundo and the Skarner beef up, and with the Seraphine in the back, I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I think this is a Goat King's favored draft in my book. Late game, always like giving yourself, especially if you're not able to punish and your team's not good enough at like doing early game stuff and then executing the necessary like vision control into objectives, into pushing out waves, into like essentially cutting off the circulation for the opposing team like once you get the lead, so that they like have no chance to come back. Especially with teams like in this league, we don't have that level of execution.
Sure.
So I think late game champions will always be slightly favored because we can always slow down the game or always just give up like a little bit, because time is also a resource that needs to be taken into account. And if we're willing to give up a small lead until our champions become significantly more useful, that's like it's gonna be a lot harder for teams to punish that and just like make the split decision. Then teams might be split up on certain calls. They might not like a call. Somebody might think of a different call or something, or say we need to back out on this call. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. There's way more ways that it can go wrong than it can go right. Kind of summarize it.
Yep. I want to call out last minute predictions here. 48 seconds left. If you want to get your money in, definitely not donate it to me. I will not say where I'm voting. Get those predictions in. Got 30 more seconds to make your donations.
What does he mean by that?
I don't know. Maybe I switched up this game. Who knows? Actually, I don't remember.
Who did you take last time?
I actually took Goat Teams last time.
You took Goku last
Right, because I said I was going to donate all my money over to Blitz, who's the only one to vote for Stars Nation, and then it backfired. I reverse jinxed myself.
Big reverse jinx angle here.
Ooh, all right. Looks like
Well,
we
actually,
are 55-45 though.
It's an actual jinx angle here, to be honest, not a reverse jinx.
Oh, actual jinx angle, right? Of course. Wait, no, I voted Stars Nation. That's not. No, this is reverse jinx. Sorry.
No, because there's a jinx on Go Kings.
Yeah, right. But I didn't vote for it, so wouldn't it be a jinx if I voted for it?
No, I was just saying this game. It's getting confusing.
I've lost so many points in the last 2 weeks. It's not good. I think I had like 25,000. I'm down to 11, so I need to build up the reserves.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not even logged into my account on Twitch. That's how little I've been using my computer. So I'm not even gambling right now.
Come on, man.
I'm just watching it on like the.
Yeah, you got to give us the viewership. You got to get your free points just for watching.
Oh no! Salt is apparently a degenerate gambler. He has lost his points many times. Yeah, you might get it back this game. Who knows? It's very split, so you're going to get about a 1-to-1 ratio on whoever you bet on if they win. You do a little double up.
Oh, could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this Vel'Koz. I feel like we don't get to see him very often, especially in the mid lane. I think support's probably more played correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Especially blind too. There's just so many.
Probably a little bit more playable.
Sure, you just don't have to rely on the farming aspect. Which I mean, Vel'Koz doesn't do that bad farming, right? He's a long way clear, but it's just interesting where there's champions like Victor or Oriana that are up. That not that Vel'Koz is a bad pick, but there's just other meta mid laners that you can kind of gravitate towards. And obviously, when you're in a league like this, it's up to champion mastery and champ pool, right? So it's just cool to kind of see this. Have you been watching any of the pro play recently with the new fearless drafts they've been doing?
I actually haven't, unfortunately.
No. That's funny because I haven't actually really either.
Oh
I've
no.
seen some highlights, but a very cool concept. I don't know how you feel about Fearless, or if you even know what it
I
is,
think it's
but
great.
yeah,
I
I
know what
think
it
it
is.
adds diversity. If you don't know what it is, essentially, I think full Fearless is if they're banned or picked. Is that correct? That you cannot do them anymore? Yeah.
I'm
Fearless,
not
I
100%
mean,
certain, but I think that is.
yeah, there's different types of Fearless. There's ones where only like the winning team's champions are banned. Some of them are like if the champions picked, they're banned for the rest of the the series. There's ones where if they're banned and picked, either one, then they're done for the rest of the split. I mean, really cool concept. I think, like for example, just spitballing. I don't think it would be great in our league specifically, just because I think in general the champ pools of people in this league are pretty big. It's not like you're like a pro player relying on meta. Like this isn't a pro draft,
We're
right?
not that good.
Yeah,
Let's be
exactly.
real. We're low key, not the greatest League of Legends players in the world.
Yeah,
Who
and
could have guessed?
but I
Animal
mean
from
that's
the
kind of
day.
fun of it though. I mean, in theory,
Double
the
health.
teams are balanced around the
That's true.
salary system. So, but yeah, no, Fearless is a cool concept at the pro level, just because it really shakes up the meta and really allows people to get creative with their picks. And I think,
There's,
God,
I was just gonna say, there's always a part of me that wants League to take the melee sort of way on everything, which is just like we're just gonna do a like random patch, and then it's going to be the last patch of all time, and then you can figure out the counter picks and like the really niche picks for each champion, and like find out like what the.
wait, you want that to happen?
I think it could be like pretty interesting, but I know
With
it's not gonna
last patch of
happen.
all time? I feel like isn't that just like the
I think
nail in the
League
coffin
has
though?
gone too far as a game for them to do that. I think it would have
Sure.
had to happen way earlier, but especially with all these bullshit champs, it would have been a lot easier before like champs like Stylus and Viego came out, in my opinion. Once you have those,
Okay. I thought you were
What
once you
referring to
about
had,
Mel.
Mel?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
What
Mel as
about
well. Well,
Mel?
but that was, I'm saying way before that. I'm saying before some of these mechanics that are actually, in my
Uh,
mind, legitimate bull crap and are like so game breaking and so like unfun for like the other team is crazy. I hate Viego with a passion. I just think like the
really?
way that you have to play as Viego is just like it's so brain dead. Like, oh, they get one kill, looks like the fight is lost because Viego gets a reset on his R. Even though he already used his R, now he can go anywhere he wants, and he can buffer it not to get CC'd into picking up another soul. I'm just like, God damn, dude. Yes, the skill expression of just being able to spam stuff. I love it.
It would be more fun if Viego had a kit that allowed him to be more support area oriented, right? Because like right now he's just like you get the kill, and if so you get this reset. But if he was more support oriented, then you could be more focused on how much of an understanding do you have of the other team's kits, right? If you're just focused on getting the reset versus doing as much damage as possible, then
Yeah.
it would be more about champion mastery and like do you understand how to operate all five of the other champions on the other team, and that would be
Yeah.
cool. But as
Now
he
what's
played now, like what is it, you just do your combo, you get the kill, you get the reset, you just throw all three abilities and then just get out, right? You don't really have to
Yep.
have that much of an understanding of the other champions, so I do agree.
As you can tell, I'm a hater of a lot of BJs.
No,
But to
have you
be
seen
fair,
Mel?
season 3 and season 4 had some broken stuff, but
Well,
I have seen Mel. I
have
have
you?
seen Mel, and I think she is bullcrap. Another champion.
And I
Whee!
actually don't know if it's the W. She just does a lot of damage right now, and she's very impressive as a laner. So
In the
I
words
think
of Freak.
when they get the balancing down, I think she will be a solid, almost Hue kind of champion, where she's just like kind of an artillery mage, pretty safe, does a lot of damage. Um, but until then, we
Yeah.
must brave it out.
Should be interesting. In the words of Freak. Tons of damage.
Let's see. We had an attempted invade coming over to Stoner's Nation. They just kind of got the ward down and backed off and go for anything more. But maybe setting a trap for MC, but did not get baited. Pretty much standard 5-point after that.
Yep. It looked like they were trying to do something spicy and did not doing anything spicy whatsoever.
Yeah, and we do see jungler-wise, Jarvan's starting on the top side of the map. And the Skarner is starting on the Raptors that are warded. So they are fully aware where Skarner is, where he's starting. They should know Skarner's going to clear his bot side first, starting with Raptors, and then path top. And so Cop needs to understand
Yeah.
that
Low
Skarner can be
key,
there.
I think I talked about it briefly. Loki, I think Tack might have messed up by going Ghost. Like, because they can just kind of block him out so easily. We have, like, a bunch of different forms of making terrain, and we don't have Flash to, like, either run away or get back. Like, this Mundo can be picked off and can be absolutely destroyed. If they focus him down because he has Ghosts. 'Cause they can
Weirdly
just
enough,
wall-
if you're into like this kind of tank matchup, I think there's not a lot of kill threat from Copt. So if there's not a lot of kill threat, you can usually manipulate the lane in a way that you almost don't need TP. I understand like later in the team fights, like if he wants to split, he's actually taking a lot of damage. So you may have just gone Flash Ghost, like as weird as that sounds.
I don't
matchup.
hate that really.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't really hate that. And then worst comes to worst, you can still split push. It's just like you have two things that you can use to run away from now. I don't really think. I agree. I think we probably shouldn't be like Flash. I mean, TP isn't the most necessary, but as we talk about it, he's getting chunked out, so maybe I'm wrong. But I just think it's gonna be really hard for him to operate in fights. That's my main concern for this Mundo. Like he's going to become a problem in the late game, but that's if we get there. We gotta hope we get there though first.
Yeah. Clear wise, I know that the junglers end up not capping towards each other, but this might be looking for a little bit of an engage here. Flash out from Remy. Man, that was a big flash actually, and I'm not. They did have vision of the Jarvan coming around. There's a lot of damage on the redacted.
Damn.
Yeah, a critter ever able to get that passive proc and get that damage
Good awareness by critter, I think. Good awareness by critter or somebody calming that J4 can be hovering mid.
They might be looking for a dive on critter here. If that wave gets pushed in, Vel'Koz might be in trouble, but I don't think Nivea has the wave clear to do that right this instant.
Yeah, this is even a little bit rough for Mundo so far. It's kind of how the Mundo lane. I personally, apparently people really like to counterpick Redacted with Mundo. God, it is the most free matchup I've ever had in my entire lifetime.
Oh, a little bit engaged from Envy the Reaper, but...
And that is a flash out for Redacted. That's going to feel pretty bad. That was a really nice look for Envy there. Cop's really putting on the hurt right now.
Tack.
Oh, gosh.
He is playing with fire.
Cop can flash W and kill. Hey, what's his W's up?
He can.
Oh my goodness. Because he doesn't have flash. That's the thing. That's also one thing that you can do. When you have flash advantage, that's also why I think Mundo is such a free matchup as a Renekton player. Like, I just have flash W and I kill you. Like, what? Or like, I have flash auto Q and you die. And you can't flash away from me. Because you don't have flash.
Yeah, that is definitely an issue. And this is one of those times where if Cop dives and gets a kill but dies, it's not that bad.
He can still kill. Why don't we just
shoot. Yeah, no, he has ulti. This should just be a kill.
Oh my goodness, we missed our opportunity.
Oh, Tack just needs to back and get the TP.
Come on, Tack, you can do it.
Tack just
TP. He keeps on pushing in every wave though. I don't really like this. You should have already. He should have already made the decision to back or go for it. And now it's too late because Tack has R, and now we can just get to heal. Oh no, it's a tragedy.
There was definitely a window there that was closing quickly, and it unfortunately just
I think the
Shut.
instant he gets R, I would just
Yeah.
R'd there instantly. I would be like, oh,
Yep.
you're done.
Because I mean, the brittle proc might have killed by itself with the ult if you hit both sides of it, right?
Yeah,
But
and then like he doesn't kill. You walk under tower. He cannot walk back. He's definitely gonna be low enough
did
where you
Mundo
at
proc ult?
least.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, Mundo's out. Mundo's
He
already used
proc
all.
ult, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he did. But now Cop is too low on mana. He can't really do anything about this. And if I was Tack, not Tack. If I was Tack, I'd hold the wave. Is he holding wave? I think he is.
Look, he's trying
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I can't really tell if he's
Yeah.
clearing it or not.
And then I'd back here. I'd back his Tack. Or unless he's looking to shove. Yep, and then he's just
Yeah,
a TP
and
back.
I really want to see Envy jump on these grubs immediately, knowing that Cop just backed here and that the dragon just got taken. And that looks like
I think
exactly
Muno's
what he's
just gonna
trying to
shove
do.
out instead. Oh, we made the decision a little late though. I don't know if this is gonna crash properly.
He should be fine. In the worst case scenario, his jungler is hovering, so if he needs to
No, it's
pop
still,
up there and
ooh. Yeah, it's a little bit
it's
of an
right
awkward
outside
crash,
the range,
but-
I think. Oh, get the steal? Oh, he didn't. No, he did not get that steal. It's gonna be all coming
Ornn
out
from long
from
range.
the
though.
Ornn over the long range, but
Oh,
Tack, I'm gonna take a lot of
Mundo's
damage.
almost
No, it's gonna
dead.
be
Oh my
just
goodness.
an absolute
able to flash away.
disaster from Goat Kings.
Yeah, and this is also why we back. The Mundo was not on
Yeah.
a back. He still had starting items. He was low. I
Yep.
think that was just a bad decision by Tack there.
I think there's an argument to taking a single grub and leaving now that it doesn't count towards feet, and I think a lot of junglers need to start doing that, right? You're like, okay, I know people are backing, people could be rotating, I just take a single grub, I get out, and then it doesn't count towards the feet. I know you lose 2 grubs, but you don't lose 2 lives too.
Yeah. Tack hesitated between too many decisions, in my opinion. He either needed to back earlier and then TP back in, or he needed to shove that wave instantly the moment he thought that Ornn was going to back as well. And then he got the worst of both options. He was low, he had no R, and Ornn had R and was off a back, and they were able to easily win that team fight because of it.
Yep.
And
no,
Ornn
I
is
agree.
not bad into Mundo, at least for a while, just because he does like percentage health damage with his W, and his brittle procs is actually kind of, he does he does some decent chunks. It's not like he doesn't do anything against Mundo. So
Yeah, but Mundo Cleavers will hurt until that magic just starts popping in. Yeah, Mundo Cleavers do magic damage, even though Mundo feels like he just does all AD damage, so you have to watch out for that. But they will start chunking him. I assume he's going to go into the Hall of Radiance as the first time for the Ornn. There's a lot of AP coming out from Goat Kings, so let's see if that's a direction he ends up going.
definitely a sizable amount of, honestly both damage, because Skarner also does AD. But
Does I would say like the damage threats are just Jinx, but then you have the Seraphine Vel'Koz, so it is pretty split. But I think Hall Radiance
Eventually
early
Mundo
will
too,
help
but-
you.
yeah, I think so as well. I also just think the wave clear is kind of nice sometimes.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. So we have to see. Looks like honestly, we kind of want to see a dive angle. Potentially. No, level 6s have come out from the bot lane. Oh, good stop for the back, though. If Beer can do anything. We have
I wanna
ults
see-
up.
I want to see MC Faux Show. I thought it was that the Jinx and Seraphim were about to push out here, and I wanted to see him hover boss side, but he's
It
already
is
mid
well.
instead.
He's actually engaged on the mid lane. It's
Me?
going to be all on the credit, but I don't
Ooh,
think
I
they
like
have
the
enough
transfer
damage.
to.
Does yeah, no, Redacted just has the damage. Oh, great ult over the top. Is it going to be a good
Oh,
grab
oh,
from
just one
Envy?
off. Oh,
But
it's
it's not gonna be
barely.
enough. The rocket coming through. Oh my god! Bot lane are showing their stuff, but Redacted with the huge pick. That was
Oh.
a great auto attack to follow him and get the kill. Really well played for Redacted there. Yeah, the bot layers feeling their presence. Both global ulti's coming down, but that's going to be a Seraphine ulti.
Oh,
They get the
beautiful
damage down to the
Seraphine
drop,
by Beard.
but he's going to get stuck on the chompers. Oh, but Beard has to go away. Resin does. I don't think he has damage for that. Ignite just goes down. I don't think that's going to do anything. Both bot laners on
Intimidation.
either side just gonna chill,
Boosted popping
exchange
his
their
biscuits.
autos and their side-eyed glares as all the people from bot lane survive. And they gotta probably be pretty sad that they threw their ulti towards mid lane now because everyone's in kill
Imagine, yeah.
range.
Oh, he
Yeah.
stopped the back. That's
That
really
is
important, I feel
actually
like.
really good. We see Skarner is
Oh, Envy
hovering.
in the wing.
He doesn't have the
Flash
ult
P. No,
though.
he doesn't have flash either.
No, there's
He's
not
bringing a
much the
pass, but
Skarner can do
if they
there.
keep on pushing in, they could maybe get boosted under the tower.
I actually would have really liked to see Envy hold there and try to push that wave and see if they grieve for it and then dive him, right? Instead of showing that
Yeah,
he's
because Boost
there.
is still there. They could have killed him.
Yeah, they could have just killed Boosted if it worked out that way.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But a little bit of a slower game this time so far. Only 4 kills, 11 minutes, but all 4 kills going over the Stars Nation, which means they have first feet. They have 2 of the 3 neutral objectives. They have the dragon and 3 grubs. So now they are just looking for their third. Just going to be the dragon. It's going down right now. Can Redacted get the steal for the going in? NC Fashion goes in, but it's going to be the Ezreal taking. That's going to be 3 feats coming to help from Stars Nation. They are just on the objective game this time around. A big rotation from last game.
Yeah, for how much they love feats, there's no Briar on their team.
It was only a matter of time for the joke got made. Envy might be in a bad spot here. Redax is going to come in, but it's going to be great off from NC Fashion, and it's just a dead Scorpion. Seraphine loving those dead Scorpions. No more
dive bot now.
comments there, but yeah, he's just going to get
good
CC'd
chompers
up.
by Remy.
Goku Beard's just gonna die from range. I don't know if there's much that Remy can do, but MC Fashion just
flash over the wall. Oh, he was looking. I really
and that was a clean dive. Honestly,
unfortunate that Jinx wasn't able to get the. Apparently he needed a flash auto. That's kind of like something that would be like very limit testy, or you would have need to have a great understanding of the champ to know that he would need a flash auto. But
yeah, but it's gonna be a good CC off. I mean, the Reaper, I don't think he has the damage
to ignite him.
I will say, really well played. Boosted there, hit the Q, which allowed him to take turn aggro, so Redacted didn't take it. Okay, Beard, I think that turn's gonna fall. You might be the next one to fall down. This should be a lot of damage. As you're all over the top, but you just don't have the kills. Redacted has the egg up. I wouldn't go for this.
Yeah, we really can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one of those ARAM plays where you don't realize the Nivea has the egg up, and you kind of go flash, and it's like, oh well, rip. But it's Summer's Rift, so it means a lot more. So good for him to hold. Understand Nivea has the egg up, and that going for the kill just means he comes back with more health.
Yep, Goat Kings also have that nice scaling, so it's not like they're out of the game completely, but things are looking a little bit grim as of right now.
I mean, right now it's almost just like a masterclass. I mean, other than the 2 grubs, which is it's funny, the rules have just completely switched, right? It was 2 grubs for Stones Nation and nothing else, and now we have 2 grubs for Goat Kings and nothing else.
Nothing else, yeah.
So
it's funny, but I would say also different situation because I think Goat Kings also got the first 3 kills. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So it's a little bit different.
And looking at the kills too, the one thing that Goat Kings has going for them, and see if MB actually goes down, he should be able to get out the E, and he does. Just kind of glide out of there.
Lead.
The good thing that Goat Kings has going for them is that their target selection is painted for them. You're going for Nivea and you're going for J4, right? Those where the bounties are. That's where all the kills are. You know what's going on. However, the bad news is Nivea exists and has eggs still. And Envy may not... Oh, great ult coming out from Envy, but he goes over the top. IBCCing up Envy, and MC Fashion going to go in. Great kill. They're just underneath the turn. MC Fashion taking so much damage. He's going to get that shut down. Going down for the Vel'Koz is going to be a big spike for him, but can they get any more? Great Q as a flash out from Critter. He probably would have been dead there for that to hit that. Just a
Yeah,
great pickup though on that on the J4. They got 3 kills there, right? Maybe 2 or 3. So
yeah.
probably
I
worth
think 3.
Fasho's death.
I think
But
so.
man, it's tough.
Like, it's really come into play that how immobile this Go Kings team is. Literally,
Very
they
true.
only have one dash, and that's Skarner E.
Yep.
And it's like, we're playing against a team that has a Nivea wall and J4R, and then we also have to walk through Brahmar, and Ornn can R from like a mile away, and Ezreal can ult from the entire map away
Oh
if
no,
needed.
Critter does not
And
get the
Critter is
back
not
off, and that's
out.
just going to be a dead. I was going to say Scorpion, but that's not right. What is he? A tentacle monster, sure. Uh, and this
Bad
is an
boy
easy
B.
pick.
I don't know.
Bad boy B. Sure. Space
This is looking a
space
little bit
squid.
grim.
And that's just
Space squid.
one more one more objective going over for Stoners Nation. They are in form with these picks. See that dragon's also up. They can put themselves in the soul point if they get it. But I would never count out this Seraphine scaling comp. Like I said, it just really comes down to can Stoners Nation end the game.
All it takes is one bad fight,
Yeah.
one moment of weakness, and this team starts to scale. To be fair, not that Stoners Nation doesn't have scaling, because they have Ornn on their team, which means they get ornaments, which gives them extra scaling.
That's true,
It's
yeah.
just we're facing a jinxed Seraphine with a Mundo Skarner. That sounds like absolute hell in the late game.
Yeah, and you also have the Vel'Koz that just does so much damage. Boosted did not think that he had the damage to do that, but buddy, that is true damage coming out from the Vel'Koz. So that's why I was about to point that out. You have all that, plus you have the scaling true damage from Vel'Koz if he gets his combo down on you. Which, sorry, Ornn, doesn't matter how much resistance you have, you're gonna fall just like the rest of them. So. And I think Boosted learned that firsthand. So, yeah, Vel'Koz is definitely a threat.
If this was like all these players were probably like Diamond Plus, like Masters, I probably would be saying that this game is like low-key over, or that they got draft gapped on the right side, draft gap the blue side, just because of how much scaling and how little prio they have for like getting in any lanes and pushing out any of their lanes. It just feels so impossible, because then it makes it impossible for them to get down vision. But like Red has vision inside of Blue's quadrants, like all over, just because they are able to push out waves, which makes it super easy for them to ward. And then Blue has to clear off those waves. So like if this was a higher level, I'd say it's doomed, because based on execution and based on like wave prio into objectives. But right now it's really not. It's very winnable for Blue right now. And we
J4 gonna go in. He gets a double ulti on it, and the Ezreal ult just over the top. How much damage is this gonna be? It's gonna be enough to take him down, but Gobeard is going to die. Vel'Koz coming to the top, but he did miss. It's a great ulti from the Skarner, but it's not gonna be enough damage. They're just getting smacked with their wallets, and there's not enough. Ryzen does surviving with no HP, and MC Faster just gonna go back in, but man, Skarner, I don't know if you have enough to do this, but he does. He gets a shutdown. With the heart still proccing to go in, boosted.
He's not gonna get the other one though.
No, I'm just gonna kite him out. Oh,
yeah.
Man, I saw some life there. I saw some life. That there was some life. The issue was just the early pick by MC Fascio with a fantastic J4 ulti, getting both bot laners into it, and I mean at that point they're both just dead, right? I think they survived for a little bit longer than maybe they even should have. But there's nothing else that you can do at that point.
Realistically, Go Kings should probably like feed the entire game until they're at 2 items. Like, Vel'Koz is at 2 items, but they need everybody to be at 2 items. They need that Jinx to start to get online. Realistically, it's more about we have to wait till Jinx has 3 items, but like their team starts to really get online.
Oh, MC Fashion going down a little bit low. Do you think there's not going to be enough damage? Oh, he gets the smite down. I saw it tick down to 200. caught with the
It's a
TP
top
in.
tower.
It was close, but we are going to see another. I don't remember the names, but I know it's a GA revive one again
Oh no,
in this
Voracious, I think.
game. One of them's Voracious, and the other one's, I think, Ruinous.
I think Voracious is the one that has the GA, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And then the other
I
one's
could be totally
the
wrong, though.
Flowers. One of them's Voracious, one's Ruinous. We'll say GA buff. We'll see if they can use it, though. We saw that Go Kings actually didn't really use it too well. And the issue with that one, even though I think the sentiment is that it is
Top is a little caught out, but it really doesn't matter
just
that much.
really beefy boy. He should be able to pick up this kill. No Cock able to flash out. I'm not sure. Mundo going to pop the ghost. They're going to run him down, but how much are going to lose in the rest of the map for this play? And they still just have to turn it. Are they going to go for this? Great unstoppable from Kanta. Great CC. He's playing it as well as he can. And at the end of the day, you just lose that part, right? Oh no, MC Bashal able to take this out. But it's just another GA revive. You're not getting that much out of it. They're back on the map. Rift Herald destroying your top side. I think
Revive
in a normal
mechanic?
game state.
Balance?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
In a normal game state, I think those plays are fine, but I think you just need to understand that you lose out on those every single time, and it's almost a turtle situation.
We're down bad, and it's not even like
you're getting 200 gold, and they're back up on the map. A great CC coming out from the starter, and that should be enough damage to take them both out. See if the Mundo can run them down.
They still
but
have a Voracious art, so they
let's talk about fantastic plays all over the map. A total of 800 gold, or 2 kills worth of gold for the 4 kills that they got. I will say, it's important that... Oh, dear God.
Goodbye,
oh,
Jinx.
No, Remy is alive. Somehow Ezreal on the top misses.
Ezreal missed.
MC Bashal looking for it. But I was going to say, the revives are gone for the objective, which I think is the most important part to use them for, but now it doesn't even matter. They're just going to take Soul for free, uncontested. Goodbye.
Yep.
So in theory, I guess they were worth it. I'm glad they used them. Jinx ult just a little bit late. Envy.
All they just need to be sitting around this Jinx and making sure she can farm, so she can actually get to the late game.
They do, but he's just going to slam into the wall. Does Envy have the ultimate coming out from the starter? But I don't believe so.
Little bit split up.
He's getting destroyed, but the Vel'Koz damage is going to come over the top. Oh, he does get the flash out, or the flag and drag out.
They're starting to...
Yeah, Snow's Nation is
getting
very low. Oh, it does get picked off. That was an excellent Vel'Koz knock up there.
And it went to the Mundo. That's a little bit not the greatest for...
yeah, I would like our 0-4 Jinx to maybe get 1-4, but...
It would be great. Well, I think it's either should be on the Mundo or the Jinx, and I don't... What I meant is, if this Mundo gets super tanky, it can just, like... He can just run rampant over, like, the entirety of... Thursday Nation, I think. Because, like, their percentage health damage isn't that insane. Like, they don't... They're tank shred. So, it can be a little scary if the Mundo starts to actually get some scaling in. But... You do have tools to deal with them.
They're still just down like 9k.
Yeah, they're still down 9k. It's not like... Obviously, the best case scenario would have been on Jinx. 7K. Imagine our Jinx gets this, and then we're just able to spike into our third item.
Regardless of the gold lead, I see a Jinx with 2 items, and I see an Ezreal with 2.5. Like, that's not that crazy of a difference.
Yeah, it is.
Obviously, we want the Jinx with the IE probably next, right?
Yeah,
I think that's probably what you go for. Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, because I think the Vel'Koz honestly does more of the tank shred.
Has Nifty even procced egg? Obviously, she hasn't died. I don't think she's even procced egg.
I don't think she's procced egg yet as well. So, Anivia sitting literally just sitting off so that she's in her R range, but also can use wall to block. That is
Yeah.
so funny.
Oh, that was
That was kind
a
of close.
pretty good. Yeah, that was a pretty good thing. So I'll give it to Remy there. It was well timed. I believe without vision, that was pretty close. But we also see the ornaments coming in, the ult coming down on Tack Alley. I'm not sure if that's the correct target, but they might have enough damage to burst him down, or ult coming over the top. This might just be the end of the game. Because
good
Doe's
block
not
by
doing enough
Beasted.
damage.
Oh, wait.
And everyone from Goat Kings is just getting eliminated.
And that
at this
is
point,
game.
we just have the lone Jinx fire rocket into the crowd and get your triple kill. Nope, she does
I
not.
guess my initial gauge of the draft was true. The too low mobility
So.
and all the walls and stuff. It just felt really hard for Go Kings to operate. I don't know. This J4, like J4 was a great pick, and then we picked ourselves more like any walls. So
Like
it's
I'm
like
all for scaling. I think scaling makes sense, especially in this context where it's a lot more coordinated. Games tend to go just a little bit longer. But when you draft something like a Skarner in the jungle who also wants to scale, you kind of just concede every lane.
yeah, we needed some sort of prio lane or something. It felt
Yeah.
like I didn't feel like we really had that, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they probably just need to go back to the drawing board, draft something with just a little bit more agency or overall map effect.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There was nothing to give us that like agency early on, so that we could actually contest these sort of like drags or grubs or something. Something that can like give us that early game damage to uh bridge the gap, in the words of Fudge.
Oh no, let's not be quoting Fudge on this broadcast. He's back though. He's on the team.
As Beer will tell you, this is a fudge friendly podcast.
Oh, this is a Fudge friendly. I'm sorry.
We like fudge here.
Shoot, I didn't get my memo on. I apologize.
He's
I
got the
will
wrong
eat
one. He
all
got
the
it mixed up.
fudge.
Let's just call people out for stuff. We love it here.
All right. I will not. Diss Fudge on this broadcast, but I could. I just want to put it out that I could.
But I could.
But I could.
It sounds like you're trying to flex it or something. I could diss him.
Well, yeah, it's fine. He's on team again. That's all I have to say. Congratulations.
That's
Fudge.
all. That's all. Game over.
Definitely not Flame.
No flame, but maybe a little bit of flame. But like no flame.
Oh, this is I don't know if it went to 3 games last week, but this is nice. So we have a little Silver Scrapes action going here, though. I like the.
Yep, it went to 3 games last week. Also with Stoners Nation.
So really?
Yep.
They are
kind of a similar story, where game 1 looked like it was going to be a little bit out of hand, but game 2 battled back, really kind of like took control and said, no, here, give me that, and then went to a good game 3.
I like it. Ooh, maybe I won a few points there.
We did.
You might or might not.
Oh, did you go with me?
Yep.
I guess I went with you. Nice. All right, yeah, 1-1. I think both teams definitely. If game 1 was a little bit closer, it just kind of got out of hand towards the end, but I think both teams showing that they have some strengths. I think they just need to shore up their drafts, and it's probably going to end up who can pull out that draft diff. And
I was about to say, I feel like as far as the 2 games have gone, it's really bad. Who God damn, I can't even speak. Draft diffed the other one. It almost sounds like I'm drifting. Draft drifted. But draft diffed the other team, because first game it was Goat Kings draft diffing Stereo Station. Now how the turntables.
all the turntables. I thank you again. EOD fell for the Twitch Prime sub, subscribing for 3 months. We appreciate it. 30 days of love from Valhalla as usual.
My love cannot be bought, unfortunately.
Ooh,
But
except
for tonight,
for
it can be. For tonight, it
oh,
can be.
just tonight, huh?
Just for
You
tonight.
made your
Only for
one
tonight.
appearance. And you're gonna
Yeah, I'm making my
disappear on
guess.
me.
Just gonna
Yep.
put the
I'm
wood
gonna
in Eli
disappear.
wood.
Of course you would. Oh, you'll show
Back
back up.
into the ski season.
Ski season. Is that what we're listening
Yeah.
you out to? I
Yeah, I'm
thought you
having
had
ski
college or
experience.
something. I don't know.
I was going to finish it up, and then I was like, meh, I'm gonna just do another ski season because I had a lot of fun last season, and I'm having so much fun this season as well. So,
With the amount of snow, I don't doubt it.
I mean, I'm not getting a lot of snow where I'm in Maine. I mean, I'm at a resort in Maine that literally has been
What?
getting missed by all the storms. It's so sad.
Man,
It's
you
making
need
me
to go
so
move down
sad,
to
but
Florida, man. They have them plenty of snow for you.
I know that's what's like the funny thing. I'm just like, damn, like what the hell's going on here?
A little bit of reverse rules, but
I like Maine. Don't get me wrong, Beard. I do like Maine. It's just specifically a certain resort called Sunday River has not gotten a lot of snow this season, and it's had made me very sad.
look at you to defend the one person from Maine here, and it happens to
Oh,
be the
Maine sucks.
admin.
LOL. What the fuck are
Oh,
you talking about?
well, well, I tried. Tried to back you up.
My bad, my bad, my bad. Maine sucks, I guess. I don't know. We
Yeah,
smoke weed,
I've
drink
definitely been
alcohol.
there.
Idiots. Classic Mainer things.
I don't know
Dude, it's
anything
been
about
so
Maine.
cold this winter, though. It's been so cold. The amount of times I've seen negative digits when I'm going out to
It's
my
too
car to get
damn
it warmed
cold.
up is
There it is.
crazy.
Yep, it's too damn cold.
Yeah.
That checks
Yeah, but we
out.
haven't even gotten snow. It's so depressing. I just want snow, damn it. I just want snow.
I will say cold without snow is pointless. Like there's just
It is
no
pointless.
reason. Like you'd rather just be warm or actually have snow.
Yeah. Bro, I need a hit of
Ooh,
that fresh pow. I need a hit of the fresh pow boosted.
it got up to 20 here. Oof.
Holy moly.
But
Yeah.
we are hopping straight into the draft though. For game 3, they are just queued up and ready to go. Maybe. I definitely want to see them go towards something like the Vi again. Um, to really affect the map a little bit more than the Skarner was able to do early. Um, maybe even thinking about getting rid of the J4. I think they got rid of it game 1 to get rid of it game 2, and it seemed really good, especially when you're drafting these really immobile comps, which you talked about. There's just nowhere you can go when you're getting Nivea Walled and J4
Yep.
ulted. But pretty similar bans coming out from both sides, actually. Stoners Nation opting to ban the Acel, Misfortune, and Silas once again from game 2, and the same bans from Goat Kings, Vlad, uh, Gwen, and Wukong. Stoners Nation gonna go back to that Braum again.
Brom is on the job. Honestly,
He
I
is
I
certainly
locally
on the
just shoved
job.
Senna here.
I do like I don't hate the Seraphine. I think Goat Kings can definitely go towards that again. That's 3 games in a row of Braum just from different people. Just
I
interesting.
just think
Braum steal again. Um yeah, I think but it just
Brom
depends
is
if you
too
have the mastery
good, in
on
my
the Senna.
opinion. It's just like too easy for Brom just to block Seraphine's R.
That's
And make it
true. I
really,
think he
really
can be
bad. Because I saw that happen a couple times that game where Seraphine
mhm.
R just got cock blocked. And I think they revealed Brom, you might as well just shove a counter down the throat of the other support. Like, oh, we hit Emilio. Not too bad.
Oh,
It gives the Jinx even more agency to scale and gives her more safety.
and
Ooh,
I
but the
mean we got the
J4.
J4 come back in. Once again, we have 2 immobile bot laners. perfect targets for a J4 ulti come through. So I do really like this pick again from Stars Nation. I hope that Goat Kings has something to kind of go against
Get
that.
called out of EQ.
He can, yeah, he can. But I mean, if he stole rage at all, it won't matter. But yeah, I mean, Stars Nation just said, "Hey, it worked game 2. Why not make it work game 3?"
Run it back? Yeah.
Yeah, run it back. I don't
Not
blame
necessarily the
you.
worst idea. And then we hit him with Swain.
Okay. That has to be Swain mid. So yeah, I don't the Swain's I think fine. I think he just kind of gets outranged by the Anivia.
Yeah.
Because Swain just kind of want to walk at you, and Anivia wants you to walk at her. So it's tough.
It's just like so weird that like we pick Swain into a comp that's revealed Anivia J4. Like it's the same problem Lindor had last game. J4 can RU and Anivia can wall you off, and then what do? How do you chase him down? Like
right, like Swain ulti's gonna not go Burr because he's gonna be alone.
We go Malphite.
Okay. So Go Kings has actually taken the Malphite this time. I think Stars Nation probably had that game 1. I think it got banned game 2 because Rock Paper Scissors all got banned, and now Go Kings actually taking the Malphite for themselves. So
Civilization better cool. Remember that paper beats rock, so we better pick that tree fella.
Tree fella may have gotten banned.
Oh, tree fella got banned. My bad. Crap.
There's another tree. His name's Ivern. Pick him.
True. But we pick up Mr. Galio. Actually, not bad. Like, very good combo. They got the J4 Galio. I'm really liking Stoners Nation's draft better than Goat King so far.
I'm confused where the Galio is. Is that Galio top?
It's probably a top. It's a Galio top angle.
Okay.
100%. And it's not terrible against Malphite, I think, because you can use the shield, W shield. And then we have Ash. Ooh, maybe I wanted to see a little bit more damage than an Ash utility, but I guess it's not really the worst. To be honest,
drafting Freljord today, right?
Yeah, we're drafting Freljord today, indeed. All blue.
That's true. J4 just needs a blue skin, then we're all set.
I know, true. But so far, I'm kind of liking Stoners Nation draft a little bit better.
Well, Stoners Nation does have 5, and Goat Kings has 4. Let's see if they cap it off with the Poppy.
We hit it with the Poppy.
That is jungle for sure. Nowhere else that can go. KB back in chat right at the right time for his favorite champion to be picked up.
Not the worst. It just feels so confusing what Goat Kings really wants to do with their comp. We have a Poppy, we have a Malphite, and we have a Swain with a Melio Jinx. It's
how many different things do we want to do? President.
Yeah, Jinx. It's to protect the President Jinx comp, but like Malphite likes to R in. Who follows up realistically? Poppy likes to kick people out. And then what? I mean, I guess it's an angle. Poppy kicks out a really high priority target that is going to be impactful for Fright. Malphite then R's in onto them, and hopefully Swain's nearby to proc Rylai's and make it impossible for them to run away. But that's assuming he gets to that Rylai's point where he can be impactful. It's just like
it seems.
I feel like there's better. It's disjointed and feels like there could have been better champ picks. I think that Stoners Nation draft makes a bit more sense. We have Peel for ADC. Ash Braum sounds kind of cancer in lane because if Braum hits one thing, then Ash just runs him down. And, I am a little bit more skeptical again about Stoners Nation scaling, but last game showed that hell they don't need it as long as they get that lead and they're able to execute properly on it. They can end the game super quickly. So I am leaning more towards Stoners Nation draft again. We also still are kind of somewhat immobile, but not nearly as much because Poppy still has some mobility, and Malphite obviously has a little bit of mobility. But I do like the Galio with the J4. I think that sounds like cancer to deal with.
Combo. Yep.
And then also the fact that Ash Global, so like you can have the TP on Galio plus you have the Galio R.
Mm-hmm.
such a pain in the butt to deal with. And then Ash doesn't even need to be nearby to be helpful. And you can look for picks, which if the ADC is linking up with the jungler, could be absolute pain because this Jarvan ran the map the early game last time. So
But I
curious to
think
see how that
you have
goes.
like a core Peel comp with the Jinx, Melio, and Poppy. I think those three make sense together with you're just like, hey, get off of me. And that makes sense. I just really wish they would have drafted more of a damage threat in the mid lane and something that also peels well. Not that Malphite doesn't peel well. He can use ult defensively and try to keep this Jinx alive, but you're throwing all your eggs into one basket, and I think your basket may have a few holes. So, but hey, I mean, Go Kings has done it before. I don't doubt that they can do it again. But prediction is up. 2 minutes on that to get your prediction in and to give me more points because I'm two for two right now.
Stoner Nation also does have an actual egg in their basket. So
That's true. And in fact, they had that egg the entire game. I don't think it got popped the whole last game. So they definitely did not crack any of their eggs. They kept those safe. And with the price of eggs right now, man, you don't want to be wasting those.
Oh, yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, no. Like I said, definitely flaws. I think there's still some flaws from the Stoners Nation comp. I think that they, other than the J4, are gonna lack the engage part. I think once they get onto someone, it's gonna be really hard for Go Kings to do anything. But it's gonna just take that J4 ulti kind of going in and CCing them down.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just like who's doing damage on Stone Nation other than Jinx, and if Jinx gets J4 ulted and doesn't have flash, then what? Right?
Yeah, it feels like at least later game, it's gonna be where I feel like Source Nation damage will start to fall off, but like who is doing the damage for Go Kings? I mean, I guess
Yeah.
it's Wayne Jinx. Poppy Malphite are probably not gonna be doing the
I
damage.
actually really hope Poppy goes more AD. I think that build can work. And even though like there's not like a great target, I think the AD Poppy build can work.
I think it'll
Like
also help dealing with the J4 early on because
yeah.
J4 Prio, um, J4 was like such a threat early on. I feel like you kind of need that threat in your jungle as well to like match blow for blow against this Jarvan because Jarvan was super active early. So we want something that can be super active early and maybe like be counter engaged because that's what Poppy's good at. Um, she's gonna like counter engage this J4, block his stuff and put him like in bad position. I will say one thing that Poppy is good is hopefully you can find some angles to put the Stoners Nation people into their own walls.
Yeah. They
To
use their own
see,
walls against them.
yeah, to use their own walls against them, which is good. I'm just curious because if this Poppy is piloted really well, it is game changing. Because like you can look for
It's
ease on their
tough.
own
But yeah.
walls and stuff like that. You can look for like canceling a Galio R or something with your ultimate ability, or like kicking out Braum and Ashe in a team fight, or like kicking out J4 and then they have no engage and then you engage on them and
Mm-hmm.
like hop them with Malphite and stuff like that. But it just really feels like the execution is gonna be on to the Poppy. I feel like the Poppies has the most uh is the most needed to have very smart decision making during the entire game and understand when she needs to use her abilities and when to not use her abilities.
Yeah, that's why I really want to see a little bit more. KV Poppy's retired. Unplayable, he says. Well, unfortunately, this being played. That's why I wanted to see a little bit more AD forward on the Poppy, just to offer that damage threat. Because if the Poppy needs to eject the Anivia the Ash, and they can just take down the rest of the team easy. Um, especially if you have the J4 and the Galio, all if you just kind of leave them by themselves, you can kind of take them down as long as Ash and Nivea are DPSing back there. But yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be Poppy execution if they can get the angles down. If the Nivea and the J4 kind of don't respect the walls that they are building, that Poppy can use for himself. If he's forceful. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely. I think, I think this is a difference from what they drafted last game with the Skarner. The Poppy does have that early impact. I think we've seen it. Honestly, I've seen it probably most from KB, like doing things like flashing Raptor Pit Wall to get the CC down on a mid lane or try to kill him. The issue you're gonna run into here is there's an egg. So like you can't make those plays on mid lane that you kind of want to kind of take over this game and get your laners ahead. So he's definitely going to need to find some really creative angles to get the CC down and to make this Poppy really useful.
Yeah, but like you're talking about before, if this Jarvan is not able to get those engages necessary, this probably becomes a lot easier for Go Kings to play out. Because then Jinx is free firing from the back.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they should have the understanding that Jinx is prior one above everything else. Like, slap the wanted posters up, put the target on their head. Like this is season 2 of Arcane. Jinx got to go, right? I think that's probably what's happening here.
Yeah. Assuming that there's no Ashe picking somebody with
Cacali might be in trouble here. He's going to get 5-man Ren into. He does not know they're there. Good flash. I think he has to there. Yeah, I mean, if he gets that Braum queued with the Ashe slows, he's not going anywhere, right? I think the flash had to come down.
Yes, it did. I was just more making a comment that he had Ghost last time with Window, and I think he should have had Flash.
Oh.
But yeah, that was the right. I think that was the right usage of it. Instantly making the decision, no hesitation.
Nope. I think a worse or like a, I don't want to say worse. That's not the right word, but like would have tried to greet that and just walk out. And if you burn, let's say you get hit by that Braum Q, you get an auto down on you, then you flash. There's just an easy flash follow up and you die. So very good.
You have two options: you hard greed, or you flash instantly. Those are the two best options.
Yep.
And then when you hard greed, you gotta know that if you get caught, you can't flash, or else you wasted hard greeding.
Yep, the jungler's starting on the same side of the map this time. They'll start on the bot side on their buffs. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Good CC out from Critter. Get a little bit of that health. Redacted going to slap away with him with that red, white, blue Nivea skin. Beautiful looking skin. Don't know what it's called. Pretty sure I saw it in Champs Life and Blinking, but we're going to call him Freedom Bird. Free Bird. He's definitely He's definitely not Galio. What? No, that's Chicken Galio. That can't be right.
I know.
Whatever the funny one is. Little mean skin.
Galio is putting in work. That's the thing about
slapping tag.
Galio does so much damage, dude. It's insane. That's why I also thought it was pretty good. I dumped it. Also, in my opinion, is disgusting into Rumble. I remember playing this first time and destroying somebody. Oh right, Rumble is bad. I forgot.
Yes,
but
he is.
Galio absolutely wrecked house against Rumble.
Not a little bit of downtime here. Remy does get tagged by that Braum Q, but get away. But Cop is just level 3 smacking tag
as well. This is feeling terrible for tag.
This just kind of feels how Galio feels into these melee people. Oh, we missed the cannon though. I won't look at that Cop. Don't worry about it.
As well. I think this was another. It's kind of another moment where I'm not really sure what our comment does here that Grash wouldn't do.
I think so too, especially with the free, it's not a lot, but the free magic shields you do get from Galio just existing. blocks a lot of that Q damage, and suddenly you're just out of mana and out of health. And what do? I think the grass just makes more sense. You know the gallery's going to be engaging on you. You can get some of those procs, but a good stop there from Remy. Keep him boosted in lane, even though I think boosted wanted to stay in lane anyways. But the top laners are up there. It looks like MC Fasho was able to secure that crab, so he does have that, and he was able to get the boss side crab too. So 6 camp into both crabs puts him 8 CS up on NV. Neither jungler really looking for any ganks early, and the scoreline stays 0-0.
Mans must be sexually active because he loves crabs.
Ah, I don't know if I want to respond to that. Thank you for the input.
It's during the downtime. It's 0-0.
Gotcha.
How else am I supposed to spice this up?
That was definitely a Twitch chat comment, wasn't it? You had to.
It was 100% Twitch chat comment that I would.
I knew it. You were on Ludwig's stream as he streamed.
It's impressive that he actually got to plat.
It is, yeah, good for him, honestly.
Dude,
I think.
Also, like, the fact that he wanted to play Fiddle as, like, you're gonna need to spend way more time.
Back up. Honestly, I think Fiddle hit him. Like, I think he had a negative win rate with the Fiddle at the end, right?
He should have just played, like, Simple Champ, play to Extreme Fundamentals.
He said he played Fiddle once and he liked him, so that's why he tried.
Yeah, but, like, Amumu's just so much more high impact with such a lower skill floor.
Sure.
Like the level of execution for like an extended period of time is so much less for Amumu than it is Fiddle. The problem is he getting caught out, or is the Anivia getting caught out?
Oh, great engage back in by MV. See if they can pop the bird. They do. We have the Swain ulti coming out. I don't think Boost is able to save this. The bird may go down for the first time in 2 games. He does. There's going to be first blood coming out from Swain, but a trait kill from the bot lane. Not really sure what happened to Emilio there, but he goes down. Let's see if Swain can do anything. Flash in. Oh, flash off and boosted. Don't think that Swain E was going to hit anyways, but he did hit a 3-man W there and just healed up all of his health.
He got scrambled.
But excellent re-engage by Envy there. I thought he was just kind of caught. He had the Braum passive ticking on him. I was like, oh, he's just going to die. But then, yeah, he got that reach round and was able to CC the Anivia on the wall. It was really, really well done.
I'm just curious why I didn't pick up the buckler for a bit there.
Oh,
just get it on the ground the entire time. And then the real question is, did Anivia come first or did Gallia come first? Because like the chicken or the egg, which one came first? Oh, we can do a little.
Well, they're on the same team, so I guess both at the same time.
Both. Oh.
I'm not sure. But we have another fight going on.
Oh, nice W block.
Tries to get the angle, but does get the W block from the bomb as well.
Crazy. Oh my god, Gallia.
But I think Envy's just going to go down, flash him from the Gallia to secure that kill on the Envy.
I really think high-key this Gallia should go like low-key Bruiser. It just like do the classic Radiance into Demonic and then like go Bruiser-ish. Like go some AP Bruiser items. Because like you have enough tankiness. You probably want more damage.
Even like Riftmaker or something as well. I think I agree.
Hull Radiance into Riftmaker into like Leandries, and then you can go like a Zanya's or like or a Banshee's
makes a lot of sense too.
And like you can always R and then Zanya's, and like what the hell do they do?
Yeah.
They just got knocked up, and after the knockup you just don't Zanya's, like they can't interact with you for like such a significant period of a fight. It's crazy. I don't really think they need the tankiness that much. J4 is already gonna be a bruiser. Braum is like a tank-ish / bruiser. I think I'd prefer a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, I think the 2.5 second delay from the Sony's will come really in handy if the Jinx is starting to bash away at her at the Gallery in the front line. So yeah, I agree. But we'll see how he decides to build. Definitely another strong objective start from Stars Nation. They have 2 full objectives so far, plus the 2 kills, so they're set up really well for the feats.
Yep. Mid has no thumbs. Top has TP up. I think Galio Oh, Galio didn't get his passive auto off, or else he would have won that.
I think he's still just kind of winning, even though.
He is just kind of winning regardless. I was gonna say Galio kind of doesn't mind playing into Malphite because if Malphite engages and then the rest of his team follows up, Galio can just peel for his team and just are his valuable
Yeah.
and they'll be able to get away. Or J4 goes in and he's able to get on top. So it'll be probably pretty important for Galio to have his flash so he can E in and get onto Jinx, because that's another way they can get onto Jinx is Galio using E flash W onto Jinx, and hopefully getting Jinx and Melio. That's the important part. Always need to get either both or just Melio. Melio is very important because he can just cleanse all his CC, except for obviously knockups. So they do have some knockups, though. It's like,
and that's like a little bit of a difference from last game. I think that the Emilio just offers a lot more support for the Jinx.
oh, beautiful!
Versus
And
the
getting out to
Seraphine.
Emilio, no counter.
But I mean, that is just a great engage. The Ash ulti lands, and it's just a guaranteed kill on the Goat King Beard.
And I'm hoping that
yeah, nothing you can do about that.
Donation actually was actively thinking about Beard's flash timer. Maybe they weren't, and maybe they got lucky that they weren't thinking about it because his flash is on cooldown. But I'm hoping they were calming, like, hey, he still had no. This guy still has no flash. Really good R by Rise at Dusk there, into great follow up by MC for show. So.
Yep,
very well executed
definitely, and that's going to secure them the first the three
the ice
feet.
ball.
Oh, redacted with the point blank miss. Let's see if Tak has the ulti to follow up on this, but we're just going to watch Goat King Beard clear the ward. What a great play coming out from Beard.
Yeah,
that ward. I didn't want to watch the mid lane anyways.
Bye, Poppy.
He might be in a bad place. There's not a lot he can do. He is just a Poppy. And Tak gonna have to flash as well, since he does not have his ult. When did he burn his ult? Did we miss that in the mid? I think we may have just watched the ward, right?
Poppy. Wait, who burned their R?
Malphite. Malphite didn't have R. Yeah. I was like, oh, Malphite probably should just R there instead of flashing.
Oh my gosh, did we miss the?
I'm pretty sure we got to watch a ward get cleared in the bot lane.
Instead of a Malphite whiff. Oh, spectator. You are
thank
funny.
you. Wonderful. Anyways, that would be Feats already over 11 minutes. That's so fast for Feats, though, especially with the 3 kills. They already have the upgraded boots. You see Ash already has the tier 2 upgraded boots.
We don't have any, like, realistic prio. I mean, our jungler, I guess, counters the other one, but, like, there's no lane prio. Like, that's just, like, really important. Like, you're talking about clearing out ways so we can get vision. Like,
Envy tried to start those grubs, but like you said, there's no lane prio. Like, you can't. Your mid laner doesn't have push. Your top laner doesn't have push. You can't ever take grubs, and in theory, your bot lane really doesn't have push either. So you're not really taking dragon. So you're just in this weird spot where I think you kind of draft 3. I would say they're actually losing this time. Like, just not prior lanes, and then what do you do? Yeah. Oh, there's so much damage. Wow.
Galio and Anivia are just, like, way better lane shovers. Anivia can just place her R and then drop her Q onto a wave and it deletes it. Galio just QE autos.
Oh, MC Fashion might be getting picked off here. There's a really good knock into it. Problem with the ulti, I don't know if they have enough damage to kill Fashion, though. He has the shield still. Booster going to have to flash out, but the stun is going to go down on
Galio.
Critter. Just going to be huge. Here comes the Galio, and he's just going to go down. He's just standing there in the middle lane. Nothing with a hammer to his name. That is just not going to be good for Envy. He's sitting at 0-3. I called out that I wanted the AD Poppy. To be fair, I don't think it would have changed anything, even if he had a couple of components for tank items, but he is quite squishy, and the plays just kind of aren't working in his favor.
Yeah. And I feel like I made the call out before as well. Galio is a great peeler as well as a solid engage with the
Definitely.
right
And
champion.
Critter actually might get this kill. He already has the
He has Kong stacked up.
Rylai's
Oh, he hits the
done.
E.
He does have the conquer. He should have
he
the
does
damage,
kill.
honestly.
He gets
Yeah, huge. Oh,
Okay,
can
he
he
hits
cut him
the
out the
Q.
wall
It's fine.
though? Redacted. How well can he play this? But this Rylai's slow. This is going to be insane. There's a whiff on the E. Does he have the range? Oh man, that Ash about saved his life. That would have been insane if that hit.
Yeah.
That was a heck of a shot by Rise of Dusk, trying to save his mid laner from Doom. But hey, you've got the saving grace, and that is Critter.
We do have a little bit of prio in the mid lane, but it's not because it's more of a beating with the champ than actually shoving out the wave, which it also works. So can't really argue with the results. But Tack Alley got chunked out. Oh goodness. I mean, he still obviously can stay in lane. It's just like, dang, Galio, you do damage. Crazy, bro.
Yeah, and he's got that Hall Radiance done. Oh, good stun. How does Jinx really punish anyone? No, I think that's kind of the question, right? I think how does Jinx punish anyone is the question. But Emilio, I think Emilio's definitely a better pick than the Seraphine, at least from a protect the president standpoint, even though I think Seraphine might be better. But that is a great choppers. Denies it. J4 might just go down here. He's taking a lot of damage. Boosted coming in for the save. So
good job by Remy and Go King Beard there. Plays in the choppers and then getting kicked into the choppers. Yep. That was funny.
Yeah, the choppers, I mean, they have a lot of ways to deny dashes. The choppers, the Poppy, W, like, they have a lot to kind of stall what Stonization what to do, but it's more going to be, I don't think this is going to really turn into anything, but maybe it will. Execution.
Chunked for 50%. He is going the AD variant of Poppy, yes, like we were talking about, which I think is probably the wiser call.
But they might be waiting for Redacted. Oh, he does get the CC on the Critter. It's going to be a dead Swain. It doesn't matter how much health you have. It won't be enough, and the Ryzik does ult comes flying in to secure that priority, I guess. It's still good just to get it on the matchup. Yeah.
He was flexing that he had it.
Just
like, hey, guys, you
want to see it? It was a warning
it?
Shot. It was a 90-second cooldown warning shot, but
warning shot over the over the bow, warning shot over the bow.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, difference between even last game is Gokings at least had 2 grubs, but they don't this time. They lost all 6, both Dragons and Rift Herald now with Dragon up.
Have more kills this time. I don't.
They do.
It doesn't feel quite as countered, but oh, nice flash.
We get double flash, but the stun's already down. Goking Beard might be just losing his life. Oh, great. Oh, but with TP coming down for the Malphite, they're gonna look for the re-engage. Oh, what? I don't even know what happened there. I think both of them made
Malphite. I think.
Yeah, Malphite kind of just not
to play this out. Nice re-engage. Oh, beautiful. Oh,
yeah, the Galio just coming in. That was really well played. It was a game of re-engages there.
R is the crazy thing.
Galio? Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened. Poppy saved the Ash. That is anti-synergy at best. That's why I was also like thinking of like a chance
dash
like
the Ash out of the Malphite. Wow. I thought they both flashed, but yeah, it was the Poppy just saving the Ash. But that, I mean, to be fair, the Galio is coming down.
Legitimately, for a second, my mind thought Ash had Gale Force.
Boy.
Like, that's what it looks like with the Poppy.
11, whatever it would be, but...
Oh boy, this game is looking very one-sided again.
But it's the same thing that we did call out kind of at the beginning of the game, where you have half the team that wants to do one thing and half the team that wants to do the other, and we just saw it in full force where Poppy wants to kind of move people around, disrupt them, and Malphite's like, I wanna click somebody, but it just didn't end up working out together.
Looking like another donation. That's crazy to say.
Listen, we counted out Goat Kings game 1 and they pulled it together, so
Hey, I
you
didn't count them out.
never
I thought that the
know.
comp was better from the get-go,
That's fair.
but I did count them out where I was like, this looks doomed.
Look at all those bounties they can get, though. This is just free gold.
I know, it's free. It's
Free.
so free that
Absolutely
they can
free.
totally
Just
get it, right?
Go
Yeah.
get your money.
Go get that bag, King. Pop off.
Yeah. No, I think this Galio pick was quite intelligent. I really don't see Galio top like at all, except for Worlds, really.
I know Cop has played it and
Has he?
Cop enjoys it. I played
Sure.
against him. I picked Mordekaiser in it, and Mordekaiser rolls Galio. It's pretty crazy.
Really? Okay.
But also, I think Gwen's actually not bad into it. Like you think it's like, oh, it's an AP, but Gwen
I mean-
eventually just out damages, and she just rolls tanks. That's the thing.
I mean, I have
and
PTSD from Seropsy playing Galio mid, so like it's not like I haven't seen it, but unfortunately,
looking
Tax
to
is gonna
time the
get.
Malphite.
No, not the
taking
oh my god! The ultimates over the top. Ash ulti, making sure Tat can't even use his ult. Which actually, no.
Is this voracious again? I can't tell.
Oh,
I can't
boy,
tell
I-
if Druid is voracious.
Don't.
This is the third game of voracious.
It should be, right? That's the so voracious. Whatever the one where you don't, or you get the revives is the one where it's a low kill game, right? I feel like this is a low kill game, so it makes sense. Oh no. Remy just gonna go down.
Oh,
Gracious
no.
is activated. Anything you do here is just gonna get mitigated. Can they at least get that kill? Onto the Braum. No, Boosted just lives. It's just a double kill and a disaster for the Goat Kings.
Remy is
It
definitely
is
looking
so
like the
rough.
that character from Ratatouille. A little rat. I'm
Bro.
kidding.
Oh, the actual rat? Okay.
I'm
No.
kidding. I'm kidding. It was just a pun angle that I found that I thought was funny. But yeah, he got caught out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what he
It
was waiting
sucked.
for.
I mean, you're against a Nivea who just sits all on top of you, and then
And
you
now
just
they
get
can
this.
all just kill themselves without
Yeah.
punishment. Crazy.
Yeah, it's 3 games there. And you have to expect this. I think if you don't watch too much pro play, the games obviously are very less kill oriented, and therefore I think voracious, the revive one just comes out more naturally, right? Because you just don't have the kills on the map to trigger the other one. In a solo queue environment, it's the other way around, where it's the other one, but we've seen J4 is just going to lock 2 people in, and here comes the combo that we were talking about, and what are you going to do? They're all just going to fall. Pac Ellie trying to do his best to keep them all alive, but they're just all getting comboed. Envy going down next, and I believe Remy to
this revive
follow.
mechanic is crazy.
And
I'm like, back out, get out from under tower. Every time I see that, they die. It's like, oh wait, I still have a revive. This game mechanic is so crazy. How stupid it is.
yeah, and I think the argument should be that the strength of the mechanic is getting back on the map immediately, but also the fact that you just get 200 less gold seems strong. It was 300. It was 100. You got 100 gold for the kill, and they got back in the map, which is crazy.
How did Bruce get out of there, by the way?
He's a god. Nah, it's
I don't know. That is my old captain. 0, and 16, kind of popping off.
True. I mean, Boosted has been great on these support picks so far, and as we see, just
This
run
is
it
looking
5-man
a little
around the
bit
map.
rough.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know your team fights better, and you know they have the one to
Realistically,
split.
I want to see them. way is probably we wait for drag, we set vision on drag, they have to contest it, and if they contest it, we kill them, we end down mid. If they don't contest, we get drag soul, we can play for top tier 2, or we can just play to end off of that. And if we really don't feel comfortable, we can always wait for Baron. But like we really shouldn't realistically need to. Like we have such an
the gold
insane gold
lead is
advantage.
so aggressive, and with most of your team actually still having the revive, I think you just kind of throw yourself at everything at once.
I think they should throw themselves out this fight. I think Rise of Dusk should just fucking
They
shoot
could
his
just
arrow
go Baron. It's spawning in 40 seconds. You just go set the vision. If they try to contest you, it's just gonna be a disaster. So.
Yeah, at this point it's the more guaranteed play, but I'm just like, oh, it's just like it just feels like an inevitability at this point, low key.
And even if the worst should happen and Stars Nation gets team wiped, it doesn't even. I don't think it matters. Like the goal will be helpful.
It takes too much longer.
We're at the situation where it's Stars Nation's game to lose, not Goat King's game to win.
Yeah.
And this is another pick. They had the vision.
Ash arrow.
Envy decided to try his best to check the Baron, but there's just nothing you can do. It was just really well set up from Stoner's Nation, knowing that he's going to look for that. Now the Baron is free.
Yeah, that's tough. That is really tough. That jungle is not yours, Center.
Remind me again, all 3 games were 4-0 in Dragon? 2 as well?
I think so. Yeah, game 1, but game 1 was for Goat King.
All Goat Kings.
Always got soul. Nobody got the other drag.
Because we saw like a drag. 20. Yeah, it was like a 21 or 22 minute soul, right? Am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy. I think that's right.
So, wow. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's like the chicken and egg thing, where it's like, was it that they got the objectives, why they were able to stonewall the game, or is it that they stonewalled the game to why they were able to get the objectives?
I think it's more of a, we got priority on lane, which gave us vision, which goes into objectives, which gives us more information on fights and if we want to take a fight or not.
Yeah.
And then we had J4 to abuse that really early game stuff. So.
That's why I love the early game junglers. I think they're so good right now. I think you can just do a lot more than you used to be able to do with all the objectives coming up, and the NJ's going to come in. MC Faster gets a 3-minute ulti, and it's just going to be a combo straight onto the side of Goat Kings. They're all just going to fall. I mean, if you could draw up a better ending, I don't know what it would be. That was just... that was what they wanted to do the whole game. Not that they haven't been doing it the whole game.
The bouncy house has been established.
It was the MC bouncy house for sure. He blew up the bouncy house and copped came in for the slam.
Yeah,
and that is going to be all she wrote. Stoner's Nation taking the reverse sweep in this 3-game series. Really well played for them. Yeah, I don't know any end-game thoughts there.
I think they played it really well. They draft pivoted away from the Lee Sin into something a little bit, I feel like, easier to execute, and then created comps around J4 that really felt like J4 could really thrive in it. It felt like they created a strong comp for their jungler, and their jungler was able to like really just run the game. That entire time, especially with the J4 both games. He felt like he was running the game the entire time. Like the engages, everyone was following up with the J4's engages. It just felt like this J4 like controlled the game, at least in my opinion. And that's also to kind of go into the next thing, because he's definitely my MVP, because kill participation, the amount of early game that he started for like the fighting and getting kills, then getting the objectives, like even in game 1, like obviously getting the grubs and stuff like that with Lee Sin, getting some kills with Lee Sin. But I just think it's a little bit easier to execute on J4 and create comps that really make J4 shine. And they did that in game 2 and 3, so That's why they
Yeah,
won.
I totally agree. I think the J4 was banned game one. Correct me if I'm wrong. They opted for some other bans that maybe have impacted them and the rest. But I mean, it's clear here that J4 was just like a better pick. I think it does what Lee Sin wants to do. I mean, Lee Sin wants to invade a little bit more than a J4 does, but the J4 is able to get on the map a lot faster than the Lee Sin is. And like you said, when you draft J4 with, I would say, two strong lanes and one that kind of goes even because it was like Ezreal Braum game two and then Ash Braum game three, which is a lot stronger lane. Uh, J4 just gets to do whatever he wants. He gets to take all the objectives. He gets to, make the plays. And yeah, it was just a really, really intelligent draft coming out from Soda Station those last two games.
Yeah, personally, I think it was probably between MC Faux Show and I don't know honestly, I have no idea how to pronounce that name, to be honest. And then
Uh,
Redacted. Between the two of them, uh, and Boosted did really well as well, but I think Redacted and it felt like they were given a lot of like decent resources in draft eventually, um, and they really kind of took advantage of it pretty well, especially Redacted game two did extremely well, not dying
yeah.
once.
I don't think, like I
Um,
said, didn't even prop egg, I don't think, once either. It's not like he had a chance to die.
but I think MC Basho was probably the most consistent player
Mm-hmm.
on Stoner's Nation team, always getting a lead or getting some sort of advantage. Was doing like really well and making sure that um, their jungle was a consistent plus. So,
Well,
Oh, hey, what's up,
well.
boys?
What's up, Boosted?
who is this? Oh, I recognize his voice or something.
Hey, my goat!
Oh no, that was the other team. But hey, we get a
No, no,
double
no.
double interview.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
double interview. That's crazy.
I guess we
what's
tied.
up? Yeah, I mean, you guys both got MPV votes. But Eli, do you want to start the question or where we go?
How'd you guys react after game one? Or was the feeling
Get me off of Enchanter. That's how we reacted. We just
Valid.
deemed that we couldn't get to the misfortune, and as you could see, like bro, misfortune, and we just never could get there. So it was like, all right, what can we do? And so we just took the Braum. It's a very comfortable pick for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it just fits our team play style, like how we've been playing too. We just went back to what we went to last week, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. I think even for you, MC Fasho, like going off that, I don't think you did that well, like badly on Lee Sin. I think it was fine. I think like execution wise, it's really hard for you to do much into that team. You just look so much more comfortable in that J4 and were able to impact the map. So how did you feel, kind of moving from that Lee Sin to the J4?
I think with Lee Sin, like we just didn't have a way to interrupt the MF ulti.
Mm-hmm.
So and they also banned J4, but once J4 was up and they kept picking these immobile comps, I was like, I'm just gonna pick it twice then.
Eating for
Yeah,
free.
it felt like you guys were like, well, it worked game two. Let's just do it again game three.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
honestly, I think you did it better because you added the Galio, which was just another form of CC over the top.
we
So
Pretty
yeah.
sure we
honestly,
all made comments.
for game three, yeah, I was thought J4 was gonna get banned. Honestly, I thought J4 was gonna get banned
Oh,
game
for
three.
sure. Yeah.
I think it definitely should have gotten banned, especially with the way that we were drafting again. Well, it wasn't as immobile as the game before. It was still immobile. Like Poppy needs to execute pretty well to force the J4 not to do as much, and it didn't feel like Envy was comfortable enough or had enough mastery of the champion to really execute on
I
the
almost
Poppy
messed up
lane
the whole
champion.
draft because
Oh,
What were you gonna throw?
When we saw J4 open, we almost just first picked J4. We're like, whoa, pick the Braum because we figured they might go back to the Braum from game one. So
oh
like,
yeah,
oh
Deer
yeah,
would
let's
have
take
locked
that
that in for
first.
sure.
Yeah, let's take Braum first and then grab the J4. So I was like, I almost screwed that whole draft.
No, I think that was the right play, and I always like the Braum because it gives you like a peel and a little bit of engage, and it gives you CC, and then pairing it up with the Ash was kind of kind of brutal. You got the flow plus the stun. I was just a little worried that maybe you guys would possibly get. That was also what I had game 2. That was always my slight worry. I did think both times that you guys were favorite in draft. I think you draft gapped game 2 and 3 for sure, especially with like how they drafted. But
So I think you guys are 2-1, correct?
Yes. All 3
there
games.
Well, yeah, you've got 3 series. You're playing everyone. There's 10 teams, so that means you can play 9 like games, I guess, weeks. Is there any team coming up that you guys are worried about, or think that you guys, might have some troubles with?
Probably next week. Probably next week versus Boomy's team, the Gwen's Big Secret. They're kind of scary.
They seem wild. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just
They
their
cook.
drafts.
They cook though. It works for them, It's like it's off the wall, but it works for them. So it's like it's really hard to defend against that.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys were. Did you adjust much for this patch? That the patch came out? Like, will you guys practice anything new or anything come up this week specifically?
Nah, we are all kind of busy. We usually just practice on Saturdays and get together and just iron. I had to unfortunately make a ADC swap because Tortuga had to drop because of the schedule change. So we just had to get some games in with Rise and then move on from there.
Cool. Anything else, Eli?
And targeted at, by the way, because didn't they ban Gwen against you, or did you guys ban?
Yeah, they banned Gwen.
Yeah. Well, who's that targeted at? Was that
Mick?
Yeah, if you look at my match history, it's just all Gwen.
Oh,
I don't do good on her. I've just been trying to learn her.
You're like a Kid Boo and Enjoyer thing, because I feel like that's his like thing too. So
That's 100% this thing. I was just like curious. I was like, surely it's a jungle ban because I don't think I've ever seen or would ever think
it
Cop
didn't
would
feel like Cop's champ
Gwen.
pool, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was
he
just
did
curious
really
about
well in that Galio though.
You guys have a great night.
Yeah,
Yep.
Congratulations, GG again. You guys did well. I said the reverse sweep is always fun. I mean, you guys, come back from adversity and then after you lose that first game. So,
yep. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
GG's,
guys.
GG. Yeah.
All right, Blitz, take us away.
All right. Well, thank you both for casting. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday, and we'll let you know if there's any other games that come up before then. Any final thoughts, casters?
No, that was a banger of a series. Again, we've always loved the reverse sweep. So, really play from Stars Nation. Excited to go in for the next week.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we'll go ahead and get out of here. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
In the heart of the night, we rise. Axes gleam beneath the skies. Thunder roars, the battle cries. We won't fall, we won't disguise. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray, we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm, we take our flight. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name, we never stall. For Valhalla, we give it all. In the chaos, we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For the hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. In the chaos we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we give it all. For Valhalla, we give it all. We give it all. We give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost.